Hey everyone, welcome to the Unsung Fury episode 2. We're on episode 2. I feel like it's been a lot longer, but I think it's because we've been doing all the prequels, which have been really exciting. So welcome to our next episode. We'll just get through all of the quick, easy things, go around the table and let everyone kind of quickly introduce themselves, and then we'll get right into the mix of everything. So first and foremost, if you are enjoying the show, give it a follow. You can hit the follow button here, or of course if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe, smack the little bell so you get notifications and all that jazz, and we'll make sure that we keep putting content out for you all. And if you're really enjoying it, you can subscribe over at twitch.tv/MargaretCrone, where you can get some cool emotes, and also you get access to the VODs right away whenever we're done. And it kind of helps us pay for all the cast, which is super handy. If you're feeling super generous, you can also donate and leave us a lovely message as well. I think that kind of covers it all. Get through it really quick. So we'll just go around and let everyone introduce themselves, talk a little bit about their characters, and we'll get things rolling. So first and foremost, our game master, Frank.
Hello, as you all may already know, I am Control Frank, or Frank, Game Master Frank, War Master Frank, whatever you want to call me. I'm me. I tell the story.
Awesome.
Kill Scott.
Moving on over, we've got Eric, who plays Gildo.
Yeah, thanks, Maggie. And my name is Eric, and I'm playing Gildo Stern, the Katachan warrior of the bunch, known for having a giant knife and wanting to fight everything. I'm pretty sure I'm over under, I don't know, like 6-1. I'm gonna die today. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how angry Frank's been lately. It's hot. I know it's hot in his room, and so I'm afraid as this night goes on and how intolerable it's gonna get, and that's gonna increase my chances.
It's 90 degrees in here.
I am constantly eyeing the amount of sweat coming off of Frank and determining how likely I am to die in the next 30 minutes.
And of course, moving on, we have Bjor, played by Lobos. How you doing tonight, Lobos?
I am doing well. I'm Lobos Jr. on Twitch, Lobos Jr. Gaming pretty much everywhere else, and I play a lot of video games and sometimes some tabletops.
Yeah, we're happy to have you here, buddy.
Yeah.
And last but not least, we've got Luther, played by Delric.
I like Luther because he's probably going to kill Maggie's character and rolls so well, so consistently, Frank can't kill him. So
You have been rolling insane. Didn't you roll like a 13 at one point or something absurd?
Probably a few times, it's all good. It's all good. Frank, bring it. I'm just saying, because I'll bring it down.
Writing something down there.
Of course, I play Ostara Thomas, who is a sanctioned psyker. She's been through some stuff. If you watch the prequel, you will know. It's psychers are I feel for all of them now. I just want to give them all hugs. Just shake my head at Frank. So yeah, we're a giant mess. Last episode we might have murdered everybody. It's gonna be fine. So Frank, take it away.
Now, just to counter what you were just saying, Maggie, you didn't kill everybody. You specifically, yes, Astara, knocked everybody out. A good 20 people, almost all your allies as well. It was Luther who executed them all.
That's true.
And
He like rubs his shoulder. He's like, I coup de grace them while they're laying on the floor. I'm so awesome.
Hey, listen. I understand if you don't have to get the deed done. I'm here for you, Maggie.
Yeah.
I'm here for you.
Cool.
You're good cop, we're bad cop.
I am technically a cop. It's true. But I don't think I have any say in this world, like on this planet, right?
No, you have say anywhere.
Oh.
You are the law. You are galactic law, basically.
You're like the FBI and going into a town kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
You can actually supersede other law enforcement if you really want.
Okay, because when I asked you before, because I didn't want to like play that up. Otherwise, I kind of probably would have been more like Scott's character.
If I may, the way I think of it is like your local cops and stuff like that are sort of like your marshals, your governors, everyone there. But then like
Yeah.
what is the Adeptus law
Arbites.
one? Arbites. Yeah, you're like the FBI, and then the Inquisition's like the CIA.
Yeah.
Like Black Ops people, you know, like that's the order of tier of people in the hierarchy. And then of course Space Marines are off somewhere too, and blah blah blah. Right? But in
I'm
general,
supposed
like,
to be undercover, so like that's
Sure.
a whole nother situation
However,
as
you
well.
are wearing your uniform now for
Yeah, I am wearing
reasons.
my uniform now, that's true.
All right. But last we left off with a burning shuttle. The fields around this life pod burning. You all gathered onto a flatbed truck, which was clearly being used for a troop transport. Just very quick. You can tell this thing doesn't really have any armament on it. So fair warning: if you get in a gunfight, one of you will probably get shot while driving. So don't. If I remember correctly, you took 3 prisoners from the other opposing side and 1 surviving member of the side that you were attempting to help.
Specifically, the one that we were talking to that seemed like the leader of them.
Yeah, I think we took
Um,
him with us.
Now,
Right.
We
while
put
he
him
wasn't-
in the back of that other vehicle that
For-
we stole?
For context, we took Imperial Military Junta of Tor folks in the Jeep.
Yes.
I am JT.
Yes.
And we seem to be more favoring the loyal People's Republic of Tor.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, right. I just,
North Korean sound.
that's also for chat. Yeah, okay.
Oh, sorry. Smart.
Wait.
All right.
But we would have. We're in favor of the Loyal People's Republic.
Well, we have one side's prisoners, I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, and the other
I
side,
don't-
we have the person who we were talking to, right? He's still
Mhm.
alive. Yeah.
Yeah, that
One
person's
side
not a
talked to us,
prisoner
the other
per
one
se.
shot at us.
He's not.
So-
He's like not tied up or anything like that.
Exactly. Like he's not really a prisoner, and one side is a prisoner.
Yeah.
Which is
there we go.
why
Okay.
I
I just want to also
may
make that
have left
clear.
it-
I'm
yeah,
with.
I may have
I'm
left
with.
it conclusive.
I'm with Eric. Yes.
Okay.
Hashtag I'm with Eric.
Okay.
I'm with the Catachan. Yeah. So
Sounds
as
like
you're
a good
all
place-
going towards this this truck, who is going to be the driver? Is my next question.
I'm not a driver.
Okay.
Bureau will drive. Bureau likes
I
driving.
think. Yeah, Bjor's been like our voluntary driver
No.
between him and Scott.
Hold on. Here's the question though. Not to like meta. It's not really a metagame thing.
Who's
but
good at
Interesting.
driving? Is that what you want to know, Eric?
No. Not who's good at driving.
Oh.
What's our plan? Where are we going?
Well, if I know.
Oh,
Because-
that was, we talked about that last time. It was the idea was so we're snagging the 3 of them and this one guy, and we're kind of going to like his fallback point to get information.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So why don't we let that guy drive? Who knows where the hell it is?
Isn't he injured?
Was my thought.
Is
yes.
it-
By
Oh
my
he was
god.
not- he was unconscious though, right?
I apologize.
He doesn't have like broken hands and legs. Like he can operate a vehicle. Right?
No, he is his state as you guys look at him.
He's like
He's tired. He
Oh, he's like-
obviously has
he's like drunk. He's like
migraine.
he's like near like blackout drunk kind of
Yeah.
thing, right? Where like
not
you're just
near
like
blackout drunk. He's
zoning in and out.
awake and functional. However, think of a severe hangover.
Right.
Oh,
Wait,
driven to
Are
work
we
that
really
way
supposed to have 0
sometimes.
glory? Just
All right.
question mark.
Yes.
Okay.
You start with
What's
0
this
glory
ruin
session.
thing?
Oh, that's me.
DM.
Ignore it. I will use
Okay,
it.
I don't need that on the screen. Okay.
No.
So just to be clear, oh crap, what was I saying? I'm sorry. Yeah, we've all driven that way before, hungover or even drunk before, right? Like he's fine. Just give him the keys. Just give him the
Just
keys.
him in there.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like
Do
we
you
deal
not
with
condone
cars
this
on the road.
this driving IRL if you are no
yeah.
no.
Don't
Does
drink
the dude have a
drive,
map?
everyone.
Don't drink and drive, man. Yeah.
Does the dude have a map?
Yes, he does have a very basic map. It looks like
Wow, what terrible operational security. Okay.
Well, that's what I was about to say. It looks like a very poorly hand-drawn paper. And all it has, it doesn't have any troop formations. It just has very rudimentary lines, almost like a grid with road names.
Hmm.
Right. Well, we know what a grid is. I've seen a grid before. I can interpret a map. So
Yeah.
he's like drunk. So we have that scene, like we're getting to the car. One of you, not me, when I say that, one of you three have gotten into the driver's seat, and I'm like rummaging through the person. I'm like, oh look here, see, look at this map, and I like fold out the paper and I like almost rip it. I'm like, oh, and oh look, standard imperial grid system. I kind of look around, get a quick bearing. It's like everyone's like piling in and throwing our stuff into the car, right? I'm like, all right, looks like it's gonna be this way, and kind of do that kind of thing, right? Is this sort of like a survival check or like a map making check or something
Yeah,
like that?
do
Like,
a survival check.
Can I
I'm just
assist him?
reading the map.
Yes, you can assist him.
Here, let me look
Yeah,
at it.
right.
I
Sure.
say. And I look at it as well. And this is survival.
Hmm
Assist, I hit.
So assist, yes.
All right. Assist.
Awesome.
Button.
Yeah, I
All
had
right. Give yourself an extra die
Sweet.
Yeah.
for a star
Oh,
assistant.
I didn't roll the extra die.
I mean, you can roll it now. Let's see what we got. Just do a 1d6 extra.
Yeah, right.
Okay, yeah.
I
So you
forgot to
get
put the bonus die before you,
a 5.
you roll.
Nice.
Nice, yeah. So 5 successes.
Shivarino.
Yeah.
Expected result on like 11 dice.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's not 11 dice because the 6 is whatever. That's fine.
Your escort
The
service.
6 is count as 2,
transport.
so it's not. It's
Best.
yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So, yeah, as you're looking at this chicken scrap map that he had in this kind of dirty, ripped brown paper, you kind of look around, and just off in the distance, you see a dirt path road heading east that kind of looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of looks like one of the roads on the map.
Yeah. If you don't mind,
Yeah.
could you? I kind of imagine this being like the map is kind of intelligible,
Mhm.
and it's kind of like it's somewhat encrypted and supposed to be and sketchy. So I have to look at it, and just based on that and my own skills at like imperial formations and stuff like that, I'm like, it's likely it's over here, right? Like based on our own battle plans and relying on my own past more than necessarily reading the map.
Yeah, exactly. You're able to easily tell. Like, yes, they tried to encrypt it, but
And I think my assistance would be like more of understanding the map versus, or like finding the right path, right? I'm like, I think this is the way that we should go. And then he's like, I think that this is how the path, the path that we actually have to go down, right?
Yeah. Now, as you two look over the map, Bior, you are attempting to get in the driver's seat, correct?
Yeah.
And I do say attempting.
Yes.
Is it because he's big?
How large
big
are
boy?
you?
Let's see. Do I have
Because the answer is very.
too large?
This is specifically a human pattern vehicle, not meant for a Astartes.
Okay.
So
I guess I'll drive.
yeah, I was gonna say.
Drive this
That's why he goes to climb in. It's one of those things where I don't know if he's like staring at it, like
Longingly,
how
he's
am I
like
gonna do this?
petting it like a dog.
I'll just looking at him, looking at the situation, just be like, "That's fine, I'll drive."
Yeah,
Right, I'll take back then.
and Bior, yeah, you would be able to look at the cabin of this truck. It has 3 seats in the front area: driver, middle person, passenger. And you look at it, and you already know you're way too large to fit in the front.
Fair enough. I'll take the back and watch the
Watch the prisoners with your
Yeah.
giant, massive grenade launcher gun.
prisoners.
That's
Frank,
not
Stand
intimidating.
over them.
Frank's just doing this so he can hit me with a sniper.
What?
Snipers are only going to go for the driver.
Quick, Luther, make a quick. Oh, no, too late. You failed. You take 50 mental brain shot in the face damage.
Oh, actually, I can survive that. Yeah, I have
He's like, oh,
52.
fine.
I dodge.
Yeah. So one of you is sitting in the back, and Luther is driving. Where are the other two going to sit? Are you going to sit in the cabin or in the back?
Have the seat next to me.
I might sit next to him because I can like foresee things, I think, and that might help.
Okay. What about you, Gildo?
Probably just in the back. With the
Okay.
gear.
All right. Well, as both Astara and Luther kind of climb into the truck and turn it on, you hear the Promethean engine just sputter to a start as it roars into life.
Yeah.
I
want my blonde hair and red bandana to flap in the wind. I want that effect.
Gildo and Bior, make a very quick awareness check. Difficulty 2. Very easy.
Is this to notice the hair and bandana?
Yes.
2.
Perfect. Oh, but there's a complication on both.
Perfect.
Oh my gosh.
Don't worry, the
both of us.
complication will come later. It doesn't really matter all that much because this is for whoever finds it. You look in the bed of the truck, and there's a couple leftover pieces of gear. There's a blanket, and one of you moves the blanket, and there is under the blanket a heavy stubber underneath it.
Stubber?
So a heavy stubber is basically a light machine gun.
Yeah.
For anybody that doesn't
A
know.
handheld. Yeah.
Okay.
Like an Uzi?
No.
No.
Like an M60.
Okay.
Like Rambo. Like
Yeah.
Think of the Rambo gun, or if you're more into World War II, like a MG40.
Hmm.
All right. And let me grab the stats for that real quick for you if I can find them. Oh my gosh, I lost it. Where did it go? Ah, there it is. All right.
I wish they like had a way to drag and drop equipment on. That'd be sweet.
Yeah,
So
a compendium for
nice.
this game. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can add the vehicle details to your vehicle
Yeah.
section.
That we do have a vehicle section. We are not going to use it right now. But there are the stats. So heavy stubber does 10 damage plus 2 bonus die, and a bunch of other things. It's
Oh, I take it. Who's in the back with me right now?
Bjor.
That's right, Bjor. We both look at it.
You can have it. All yours.
he says it's just
I just do a little nod and do the look see down the sights and do the make sure it works, right?
And
Actually, Frank, last session,
hello.
it was near the tail end. There was we had found a whole bunch of
20
weapons.
autoguns.
What?
Yeah, we found auto guns and reloads.
20 autoguns and 60 reloads for those autoguns.
Were they generic reloads or specifically for the autoguns?
Specifically for the autoguns.
Can you toss the stats of an autogun inside chat
Yes,
for us?
I can.
And can you
It's,
describe an
it's-
autogun?
So
like
an autogun is
basic-
basically just a regular machine gun. It's nothing fancy. It's just called an autogun because it's a automatic gun.
Like an assault rifle, or
Yeah,
more
like an M16 basically.
Okay.
These ones would generally look like a cross between an M16 and an AK-47. It's clearly mass produced in shape. It's box-like, and for the most part, aside from a few personal touches that someone might have painted on it, they're all just this gunmetal gray.
Cool. I mean, I don't really need a gun. I am a gun. I'm just kidding.
You're a bomb.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
all of the above.
Although
Yeah.
I do have a couple guns just in case, because the more I
Like I
use my
said,
magic,
you
the
got a
more
bunch.
dangerous it gets.
So, is there a cap on reloads or anything? Is there a way I can salvage some reloads, or
Now,
what would be the goal?
I
there?
would assume both Luther and Bjor would know relatively off the bat. Oh no, this is a frontier world. If our bolters run out of ammo, it's going to be very difficult to find
Sure.
bolt rounds.
Okay.
So I should grab one of the
This is how the GM
auto
nerfs
guns.
us.
If you want to.
All right.
So reloads, by the way, reloads are basically used for special combat abilities, and for basically if you roll a crit failure, you can pull the out of ammo card, in which case you just have to reload, and it spends one of your reloads.
And a reload takes a action. Not a full action, but a...
Not a full action, but it does take an action.
So Bjor will, I guess, sling one of the auto guns just on his shoulder as a backup, kind of. Unless he has somewhere to holster it. But he'll just have it on his person.
100% Space Marine stuff. It's just like, oh, suddenly this part becomes magnetic. It's stuck.
Gotcha.
Nice.
He'll do that.
You know, just some silly space nonsense, which all Space Marines somehow have.
Perfect.
Just like Master Chief holding all those weapons. Who knows where they go.
Of course.
Oh, you know where he's holding those guns.
Yeah.
Off screen.
Right.
I don't know what rapid fire common projectile Imperium means.
Rapid fire means...
Rapid fire is the only one I need.
Yeah, rapid fire, I believe.
Bonus dice.
Yeah, you get bonus dice.
You get bonus
At
dice to the
close
attack roll at close range. Yeah. Equal to the rapid fire number.
Oh, gotcha. So DBD
As
one.
well as me.
Thanks.
All right.
Oh yeah,
So,
Eric went deep.
oh, I'm more than okay with that. Having someone else know stuff is helpful. Now, since you're all in the truck, your prisoners are still unconscious. You have one conscious but groggy friend who... Where are you putting him on the truck?
I think he's in the back with them, probably.
Okay. Yeah.
Yours got him.
I was carrying him, I think.
Yeah,
Or
he's
somebody.
awake and
Wasn't
conscious
Dior
now.
carrying like 3 people? Probably
Yes.
more than that.
You were carrying all 3 of the prisoners.
Drop them, then got the other guy.
No, this guy's able to walk on his own. He's just very groggy. You guys were
Okay.
able to wake him up and heal him enough.
Oh, then maybe he should sit in the front with us, so that like when we go through if we go through their area, that we don't. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's a military vehicle. It's probably a bench, so you can sit bitch in the front, you know?
Yeah.
Right between
He can
us.
sit in between me,
Yeah, there's the
and,
middle seat.
me and
Yeah.
Luther. Yeah.
All right.
Can we?
So-
Can we like give him anything to help him? Does anyone have any like medical supplies?
I mean, with one of you in the front seat, as you guys are driving over this relatively bumpy hill, yeah, he kind of just waves off any medical attempts and says, "It's fine. It's combat shock. I've had it before. I didn't even hear the artillery incoming."
I will literally snort just a little bit.
I don't see anything either.
Yeah, he kind of like looks over his shoulder, and just, is anybody standing in the back, like looking over the cabin, or are you both just down in the back?
I imagine Yor and I both kind of end up doing that, right? Like
Okay.
kind of sitting on the side paneling.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he looks back and he just gets Catachan crotch and Space Marine knees, and just a quick shock before he like focuses past both of you and says, "Damn, we'll have to warn the city. The fucking field's on fire. We'll have to dispatch someone immediately, get it to put out."
Whoops.
How big I'd probably say something then like, how big a deal are we talking here?
Oh, the fire? Well, we are an agri world. We like paying our taxes. And we also like to eat. We'll have a ceasefire, most likely. Both sides will come together, and we'll put the fire out.
See?
Sounds like burning
I'm
the world
making
will solve all your
peace.
problems.
It's fine.
You all ain't from around here, are you?
I cynically nod along like, yeah, ceasefire.
Yeah, they're going to cease the fire in the field.
Mm.
Duh.
Oh, Frank, that's the dad jokes.
He's not even a dad
I know.
Know of.
that we know of.
Whoa.
True.
My
Now,
belly's getting big.
Luther, could you just make a quick pilot check for me since you are driving?
I'm gonna blow my luck too early in the game.
Woo! Okay, you're fine. Yeah, you hit a couple heavy potholes. They don't do any major damage to the vehicle itself. And I'm just gonna say right now those were the complications you guys rolled before, because I don't believe in complications for easy things. Now, who is being the one navigating for him? Would that be Gildo or Astara?
Astara.
Because you both looked at the map.
Right.
Oh.
I probably tried to explain to you, and you're like, all right, I got this.
Yeah, either one of us can, I suppose.
You're in the cabin. You're closest to the driver, so it makes
Yeah,
sense.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because the other guy's too groggy to know. I mean.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very simple check on this one. Just we'll do insight difficulty 2.
Oh, insight. Okay.
And that's just basically interpreting Gildo's direction. Oh yeah, you're fine.
Holy
Wow.
moly! I
So-
incited the crap out of his.
Difficulty 2. Would you like to shift
Yeah.
your dice?
Mm.
Also,
Oh,
you
yeah.
can shift
Let me pop up the shifting.
one of
stuff.
those into a glory point.
Ooh. Yeah. Let's give a glory point.
Yeah, so you get 1 glory point,
Add
and
a glory point. Plus 1.
would you like to do your task of basically being the navigator better, faster, or just give him more information?
Yeah, gaining
Um,
information makes sense here, right?
Yeah,
could
I think
also be
getting
like your-
information. is
It could also
probably-
be like your psychic, like,
Yeah.
you know, a little like prognosticating or something like that. You know, a little like minority reporty.
Yeah,
Or
are you scrying or anything at the moment?
I'm not scrying at the moment because I don't feel like I need to scry
Yeah.
right now.
But you
Also,
did-
dangerous things can happen if I use that magic.
Yeah.
True. But you did cast Fortune on yourself last session, correct?
Yeah, but I don't
Okay.
think that continues on.
It doesn't, but for narrative effect,
Okay.
it's basically giving you a gut feeling at the moment of you know this is the right direction.
Okay.
The only thing that needs to happen, Luther just needs to follow your directions to the T.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Now, your friendly friend who you guys captured, air quotes on captured, apprehended, kidnapped.
He's
accidentally-
sitting in between us. He's chilling.
Yeah.
We
That's
helped.
exactly
We
what
walked him over. He's fine.
Um,
Yeah, I just kind of look at the map and I look over at Luther. And I'm like, I think I got it. You just follow my directions. I think we'll get there.
Nod, just follow the directions and hope that we get there.
and as the truck hits a bump in the road, just a large rock that Luther didn't see.
What?
Soldier, look,
I
they rolled
got 3 on driving a car.
yeah, and they rolled complications.
Thanks, guys.
Um,
Make me look incompetent.
the
I didn't roll
soldier,
any complication, did I?
I said,
No.
guys.
but the other two, the
You're welcome.
soldier in the middle of you just gives that hangover groan as he like rubs his forehead. We'll be coming up on a checkpoint soon. I assume you all want to go to the city.
What are they going to check?
Well, first and foremost, I actually should be in the back and wave them down before they shoot us. Can you pull over?
All right.
And yeah, as you pull over, he looks at Astara and just kind of excuses himself as he like climbs over her and opens the door and hops out. And you can tell he like trips a bit because he's not fully there at the moment. Good job not letting him drive, by the way. And climbs into the back of the car. If they say May, it'll be fine. I'm at least wearing our uniform. You all are dressed oddly. I don't know how they'd react. But we're about 5 clicks out from the city itself. We'll see it coming up soon. Once we go over the next hill.
Do you have other options for us?
Oh, what other options do you want? I want to get home. Report the fire.
We need someone
refer-
who can fix something for us.
You're referring to us dressing funny. Do you have other clothing that can be worn? Or are you just pointing it out for your entertainment?
A little bit of A, little bit of B. If you check the packs, we might have extra uniforms, but I wouldn't suggest dressing in our uniform if you don't want to serve on the front. Unless,
We just all stare at him.
Yeah.
yeah, and he actually looks at the Space Marine and kind of just like chuckles. Unless you really want to serve on our side.
Well, you've certainly got better things to do.
And you can tell he kind of looks a little hurt by that.
Aw.
But at the same time, he's like,
I think he has a crush on the Space Marine.
I think it's more of, hey, this guy might win the war for us.
Yeah, that's true.
I know. It's like, would you have Master Chief? It's like,
Yeah.
absolutely. Thank you. I will take a Master Chief.
Master Chief's
Thank
like,
you very
no,
much."
thank you.
Oh,
Yeah, there's no glory here. And you're like, oh, this is my home.
Oh,
Ouch.
that is rough.
No, no glory, only wrath. But yeah, he doesn't look too hurt by it. It was
Sure.
kind of one of those, oh, hey, I'm going to make this joke and hope
right.
you take it. And you're like,
Like, wouldn't it be funny if we kissed?
it's like,
Hilarious.
yeah, it would be funny though, right?
Yeah, that. It's that, but 40K.
And
God.
he
Weirdest
slaps
analogy, I
the
love
top of the truck cabin. All right, we'll stand between these two and wave them down so they don't.
Yeah.
Well, we have anti
Put the stubber down.
weapons over there. We probably wouldn't even see the shot coming in, which is a good thing if we do die.
Don't underestimate us. I legit might be able to see something before it gets to us.
He literally just blank stares just off into the distance as you say that.
I also do that, but for different reasons.
Yeah, so Luther, you get back on the road. The road is slowly turning from a dirt path to a gravelly path, and with just a heavy bump, you're suddenly on asphalt.
Yeah.
And it's much smoother. Every now and then you have to shift around a crater in the road or a large pothole. Whether it's caused by...
True.
Yes, actually. Because, as I was about to say, whether it was caused by weathering damage or combat, you can't really tell. But the surrounding area doesn't look as damaged as where you first landed. And after about another 15 minutes of driving, in front of you, you're all able to see a relatively medium-sized city. For us, it's a very small city for 40K reasons, but there's a few skyscrapers ahead, and you're able to see surrounding the city about a 15-meter high wall made of ceramicrete, which is just this gray super concrete, basically.
Yeah.
There's only about 5 towers just that you can count on top of the hill that you're on, just dotted around the city. But you're able to see in front of it lots of vehicle and tank traps, barbed wire, trenches. This is clearly a city that has been turned into a fortress city. And before the city itself, you're able to see about a mile away a roadblock. Just in the road, there's another truck, this one with a mounted weapon on the back, just pointed down the road towards you. And several soldiers kind of just walking about.
Well, that looks like a checkpoint.
I actually want to like look at this and see. I mean, we're not going to like blast through it. We're not stupid or anything like that because these are people we're going to talk to. But I just want to like take a quick glance and look at like what degree of defenses they have. Like, Could we just like murder everybody?
You're a commissar. You know what this is. Yeah, exactly.
Roll. Let's see what you're gonna roll for that. Actually, military
Perception?
intelligence.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
right.
I'll do that one.
Yeah.
Military intelligence
awareness-
totally a skill.
That is not a skill.
Leadership? Is it leadership?
No.
To see how
it's the
prepared they are?
thing.
Okay.
Hmm?
I would do awareness just for what you're able to see, or
Sure.
insight for what you can see and like their defenses.
So insight sounds like the deeper one.
Yeah.
So then I'll do insight.
Do you
Awareness
say
for-
anything to anyone else as you're looking at that?
Yeah, I probably, because my character's not obnoxiously quiet. He probably would. Thank you, Maggie. He probably would, as he's pulling up, not really slowing down yet, but lean a little bit over to your character, talking like a hair, and be like, "You think it looks well guarded?" And then I'll roll my check. Just roll assist,
And
Maggie.
awareness for any like traps or the like, and insight for the obvious things that you can see.
Does she roll her own check or does she assist check?
I was thinking I was gonna scry.
Oh, okay, cool. Then I'll do my own.
Definitely scry.
You can go think. Cool, thanks. Thanks, Maggie.
I don't
I
think-
scry myself.
You scry yourself, man. Fucking, your rolls are absurd. Are you
Nice.
hacking? Are you cheating?
All right. Now,
I've told you before, Eric and I are really good friends. He got me the hookup.
Yep. I got him the sweet connects.
okay, you can shift one of your exalted die into anything you want, really.
I'll put it in the glory hole so that we have like
Glory?
a pool building up.
Okay, because you can. I mean, you could get more information, better information.
No, 'cause she's going to
Okay.
scry too. I'm metagaming that because it's a
Oh.
metagame decision.
Let's see,
Metagamer.
cheating.
It's a, glory dice that meta this thing.
All right. Yeah. So just on this, are you looking at the checkpoint or the city itself? Because the city is like 2 miles behind the checkpoint
I am, well,
for both of you.
yeah, I think, because are we looking at the city or are we looking at the checkpoint?
Me personally, I can look at what my eyes can see. So the checkpoint
Okay.
in front of me is to see the defenses. You do you if you want to enhance that or look beyond.
I guess I'll first just look at the checkpoint.
Okay. Since you're scrying, I want you to just make a awareness for that, because you're kind of just going off into your ultraviolet mode. And as she rolls that, Luther, you see at the checkpoint there are.
Well, I think it's like, I think I can roll on the sheet with willpower or psychic mastery, right?
That would be cool. I have no idea if you can.
There's a second master, yeah.
There is a second mastery. Oh, hey, look.
Yep.
No points, but
No, it's
something good
12.
happens.
I hit it twice or something?
Oh, weird.
Oh, that's
You
weird.
hit it
Holy
twice.
shit.
You also rolled
Oh,
okay. Well,
I rolled really well one time and then really bad the next.
either
Jesus.
way, you still get something good.
The first
Um,
one's incredible.
I'm going to go
Yeah.
with Luther's first. So, Luther, at the checkpoint alone, you're able to see just relatively well-guarded checkpoint. They have dugouts and the like just on the sides of the roads in areas where you would know, hey, if an artillery shell hit one of them, the other one's going to be fine. You do see at the checkpoint, they do have one very obvious, what looks like a anti-tank gun. It's just this two-wheel thing with a massive shield in the front and a barrel that's just as thick as the Space Marine's arm. And you're also able to see there's actually a second one that is camouflaged. One of them is clearly a decoy, where the other one is the one that's actually manned and will take you out.
I played Valkyria Chronicles. I know what you're talking about.
Yes. Good
The
game.
decoy, does it do I assume it's I can't see that
You
much.
know it's not an actual decoy, but it's
Yeah.
there to draw your
Gotcha.
audience attention.
Cool. Awesome.
So
That's
where-
awesome. They're really good defenses.
Oh yeah, where this one can be manned very quickly, it is not their main gun, because somehow you're able to see a little ruffling in the bush, as probably one of the gunners is like making recaf in a small fire. and he's just going about his business as they see the truck coming. But you are able to notice the glint of a long gun rifle just pointing at you, and you notice that someone shouts something down, and the soldiers kind of start to take their positions in their dugouts and trenches.
Okay.
Now, you do
I'm
also...
going to wait till you finish, Maggie, before I say anything.
You also notice that there is somebody who's standing basically in the middle of the road, slowly walking towards you with just his hand up and his
okay, there we go.
gun by his side. So they're not about to just annihilate you. They're getting ready in case and just
They're telling you
to
to stop. Yeah.
So
Now-
should I just like pick up a little bit of speed, just hit that guy, and then stop?
I mean, if you want to, he's
Not
still
advised.
like half a mile away.
Okay.
Now, where are you trying to scry? Are you trying to look at the checkpoint / outpost, or...
I'm gonna start at the
Over there.
checkpoint because then I can move. So.
Yeah, you're able to see pretty much everything that Luther was able to see for that, with a little more extra details. You're actually able to see in the gun that's in the bush, there is somebody already manning it and looking down the aiming computer towards the truck. So you
Cool.
can immediately tell.
Cool.
Oh, you're already
Great.
locked on. And are you going to fly towards?
As
The,
far as I
city.
can,
Yeah,
I
it's
can
only-
only go 5 kilometers away from myself. Right,
Yeah,
so-
it's you're within reach. You're not going to get the whole city, but you'll get like the wall area and like another kilometer behind it.
Okay.
Yeah, because your range is 5 kilometers. You're half a kilometer from the checkpoint, which is 2 kilometers from the city itself. You're able to see this is a very well-armed city. There seems to be a little bit of a commotion going down near the city gate, inside the city. Lots of people just gathering around and the like by one of the main chapels in the area. But beyond that, you're able to take a quick gander at what looks like a small bunker holdout area where you're able to see makeshift tanks for what most Imperials would consider. They're clearly locally built. They're not Lehman Russ tanks that most Imperials would be used to. They're a little smaller and clearly built on planet. But you're also able to see a artillery train coming into the city, which are just these massive artillery pieces being towed by everything from pickup trucks to tractors.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So
That's
like
a lot.
everything here has been like mobilized for war then.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Hmm.
I guess I'll come back out of it. I won't stay in longer than my 10 minutes. As I start feeling like the compression on my head, I know that it's time to like duck out, and I come back to you. So you just saw me like sit there and my eyes rolled back, and then I came back.
Yeah, funny
Anyway.
enough, nobody probably saw you because Luther is driving
Yeah.
and also trying to look, and the other guy is in the backup truck now.
Yeah, I'll lean over to Luther
Sneaky
because what did you
psyker.
say to me exactly, Luther?
All I did was lean over and say, it was something along the lines of, what do you think about the defenses? Or check the defenses or something like that.
Mhm.
And if you want to say something first, and I'll kind of react afterwards.
Oh, sure. It doesn't matter either way if you want to talk first or not.
No, because I was going to lean back and say something to the guy behind me.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I will respond to your question then saying, it looks like the checkpoints have quite a bit of defense. Even
I'm
internally on the wall, there is too. There's some kind of commotion or gathering. near a chapel. I'm not sure what's going on. But it looks like a small bunker holdout area. Everything's very makeshift, but they do look like they're getting some kind of transport into their city. Tanks, trucks. Looks like perhaps other things.
I'm gonna like, as she's saying, it's giving details like, and then as it like keeps going, I'm gonna like look at her like, because again, it still surprises me exactly how much she can see and exactly because I'm not so familiar with this stuff, right? So it still surprises me. It's one of those things where I'm like, eyes are not on the road for like a solid 4 or 5 second period, and then I finally like realize I look back at the road. That's when I see the guy with the hand, and then start slowing down. Probably a little bit harder than I should have, and once I like regain the grace like a little bit, I'm gonna look back to the back area. Kind of like she obviously knows that I heard everything she said. I'm gonna look behind me and say, "We don't know that guy's name yet, Frank, right?"
I thought
No,
he told
no,
us.
that's his name. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Did
Okay.
he not say
I'm
his
gonna
name?
look at-
No, we don't care.
I'll say,
He started
No, we
fighting
don't, no, we don't care. Okay.
his commanding officer's name.
yeah, whatever. Fuck that guy too. So I say, I look back and I say, "Hey, so looks like you have some pretty nice defenses up ahead."
I would have hoped so. It's. And he kind of just shrugs as he actually ignores you as the man walking towards you begins to shout for you to turn off the engine.
I ignore that man for a second and I say to him first, "Do they both work?"
Do what both work?
The long guns. Do they both work?
I don't know. I've actually never had checkpoint ready. Only scout.
Would I know from my vision?
You would 100% know that the one that is being manned and aimed at you definitely works.
There is definitely one that is being manned and it's aimed at us.
I'll nod, finally come to a full complete stop. I'm going to look up to so the other two know I'm talking to them directly and be like, they have a couple of artillery cannons up ahead. One of them's obvious. You might be able to see it from back there, and the other's hidden. And I'll kind of like, not really point, somewhat gesture in that area so it doesn't make it look obvious that that's what I'm doing, right? And then I will finally turn my head back around, look up front, and turn off the engine.
As you turn off the engine, the passenger that you took with you actually starts shouting in a language you both, or everyone kind of takes for a very butchered low Gothic. Which any of you who have visited Frontier Planet before, most Frontier Planets tend to pick up their own language. Catachan has a little bit of their own. Fenris has a little bit of their own. It's, local dialect. It's still just, you are muted, Eric.
I was making a joke. This place is civilized to me.
Yeah. Except for all the
Where are the
weird
jungles?
fields, there's no jungles. Weird.
Yeah.
Where are your alligators?
Where are the predators? Where's the main plants? Where's the diseases?
Yeah.
Right? There's
So
nothing. This is fine. This is vacation territory for me.
if anybody wants to try and actually understand what he is saying, I will
Are they just
require
Are they boomhowering it?
pretty much. Oh no, I
Oh my
decided
god! I was like, how do I know that
in
name?
the car, like,
And then,
2
oh
weeks
my god, it's just so many years.
ago. It's a good show.
What do you want us
It
to
is
roll?
a great show.
If you want to understand what they're actually saying, just do a scholar check.
A scholar. Okay.
Yeah, because it's a brainy check.
I adjust my tie.
Ooh, I did not roll
It's
well.
like a difficulty 3.
Like, I get a decent roll to that.
I mean, oddly enough, Luther is able to understand it.
Oddly, I
Oddly.
study well.
Yeah, and despite his accentuated vowels and the like, he is basically giving his rank, his ID number, and a report of what happened just very quickly towards the guy who's walking closer to you. And this man, now that you're able to see much better, is not dressed in the same uniform, the same basic colors, but he is, instead of wearing just the khaki pants and shirt, wearing a knee-high trench coat.
Mm.
So a higher ranking officer. Because trench coats are always in fashion.
Yeah, you would guess he is more of a regular troop instead of a militia.
Yeah, there you go. Higher ranking. Good.
Then yeah, do you guys respond to?
So we went from bumpkins to jarheads. Awesome.
Yes.
So what was the exact thing he said again?
He
His
just
rank,
gave
ID, and report.
of. Oh, I found these fuckers over there. The field's on fire. We need to radio that in and get it put out. Can we get through? And yeah, the man approaches, and do you have your window up or down?
I'm rolling it down as he's approaching, but like last second, like power
And
move.
by rolling, this is 40K, by the way. Yeah, no, it's the old hand roller.
Oh,
Yeah.
never mind. It's way before he gets there. I don't
You
need
say
to-
old hand roller.
like-
My car still has that,
Ah.
but I'm cheap.
Come on,
that's
officer.
right. Yeah. You know, that hand roller that only weird people still have nowadays. So
Hey, it's called. I'm cheap. I'm frugal.
What
Here's-
year was your car made, Peggy?
2008.
Oh, okay. No, it's legit. Yeah,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Yeah. So, team, for a second here, like pep talk.
Pep talk.
We're a motley crew, but each of us
I love that band.
individually would be absolutely like prime picking to be recruited into an army. So we have to work together to not end up sucked into an army. Okay, because we have better things to do, like getting back to the Von. Like we need, or at least like establish contact with any survivors, right?
Yeah.
I like the thought that Gildo
So, like-
just kind of has this flashback from his prequel episode where he got basically shanghaied into a Inquisitor group.
So
It's
like,
shit, not this
just so we
again.
know-
No.
Yeah, like
No.
I don't want to spend the next 6 months battling the Civil War. You know what I mean? It's like let's team the mission, get through this. Okay, I just want to make sure.
Eric, just so you know where my mind is, if they try that
Yeah.
shit, I will set 70 fields on fire,
Right.
upwind, to make sure that they have other things to
Okay.
worry about.
All right.
Oh my god.
All right. We're on the same page when we negotiate and stuff like that. Okay. Cool. Awesome. Take it away. Good.
Yeah, and yeah, he looks at Luther and he spits like to the side, just out of the corner of his mouth, this black ichor onto the ground. And
Wasted.
in the low,
That's what I was thinking. Sorry.
in the very low, local low Gothic, he just says, "Hey, here then, so sky fallen, eh?" And you get what he's saying is, you're here from the skies falling.
I figure I have no problem doing the talking here, but I'm actually going to look back to the other guy that's in the car with us, that's one of them, and say, "You want to fill him in?"
And yeah, he like looks down through the window
Sorry, Frank.
at you, and then I will talk to myself within this accent because it's hilarious. And yeah, he looks back down at the guy who he doesn't look like he looks like he's actually just like a regular grunt trooper, just a regular instead of militia. And he just kind of, hey, fall in the field. They crush land, churches blast sheep. Getting medical, bloody pleasers. Quite urge. And the guy kind of nods his head and looks in the back of the truck, just like on his tippy toes looking, and sees the three other guys unconscious tied up in the opposing uniforms, and looks towards both Bior and Gildo and says, "Quite secure?
Secure, yeah.
Good. All right. You on me?"
I just like that our space marines just like secure. Yes.
Yeah.
What he said.
I was like, it's like me listening to Spanish. I'm like, you said 10 words. I understood 2.
You understand what?
Yes.
I
Yes,
thought of
Matt.
this like a good 2 months ago in my car. What's an annoying language which people can kind of understand? Oh, yes. And yeah, he actually just slaps like the driver's side door and like nods his head. Wait, good go. Yeah, get there, watch the road. What do you think?
Yep.
You would understand. He said, "You're good to go."
Yeah.
They'll wave you through.
Yeah. It literally. I heard what words you said, and I literally had to let them rattle around for a minute. I'm like staring at this.
No.
And then I was like, "No, okay, I got it."
Yeah.
I imagine my character was doing the same thing.
Just like
Do they give
processing.
us like? Is there like paperwork or anything that we need to worry about? Like, to go through?
No, because the Adeptus Minatorum has nothing to do with this civil war. So lack of bureaucracy, yay!
All right. Yeah, I'm just wondering about in terms of just their own like military itself too. So like, there's not some random truck going around and someone's gonna stop you like, hey, what are you doing here? You know.
Hey, that was a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be.
Well, yeah, that's
Did
easier.
Frank-
Didn't try
Did
to fight
French
it.
celebrate a lack of bureaucracy? Is that heresy? Why
the
is that heresy?
guy who made a language that's he's only going to use once. Yeah, so you actually are waved through the checkpoint itself.
Mhm.
And
We'd like to steal a glance. I'm gonna kind of like mean bug the one that looks like it's supposed to be the show one to see if I can get any inkling as to whether or not it might function.
yeah,
I
make a
might-
tech check.
Sure. A tech check.
Tech check.
I roll poorly and the car fails.
No,
I
you're
don't think
able
you
to.
can fail. No.
Yeah, you can actually shift one of those if you want.
Yeah,
More
I can't shift it to glory, can I?
You can if you want to.
Oh.
Then
no.
I will add to the party.
Actually, no, I lied. You can only do it once per scene.
Then give me 1 second for shifting.
More
Improve
information.
Gain information or quality. Which one is trying to accomplish what I'm trying to get here?
Okay. You're actually able to tell it is functioning. It is loaded. There's a view screen that has basically the reticule and the like on the back, and it's on. So you're able to yes, this it wasn't aimed at your car
didn't
specifically,
believe
just
me?
aimed down the road.
What's that, Maggie?
Said you didn't believe Astara?
No, listen, I wanted to confirm that second one works. You know, listen,
Told
you
you.
can do your brain stuff, but my eyes, excuse me, work well. Okay.
Right.
So, okay, and then last question about this, and then move on.
Mm-hmm.
Does this thing look like it can do a 360 swivel, or is it more of like a 120 kind of angle, 60 angle?
It can only swivel in a certain forward degree, like a 72 angle degree.
72. Okay, cool. Thank you.
So
Okay.
they can pick it up and turn it, which would take like maybe 20 seconds, but that's still 20 seconds.
How many tons is this thing?
You realize that if it's so it has 2 wheels, 2 back parts, cannon. You just
Yeah.
need 2 people to lift the back and turn.
Oh, I was seeing this different in my mind's eye. I get it now.
Yeah.
Like, you're talking like World War II. Sorry,
World War II, like a pack, whatever. pack
yeah,
40.
pack 40.
it was meant even older than that. I meant to
pack
say
40.
like Revolutionary War cannons.
No,
Okay.
not an
Oh,
actual cannon. It's
no.
an anti-tank gun.
Yeah.
No, I know, but like where it's literally on a wheelbarrow and you can like.
I mean, you
Wheelbarrow.
can still move those. I've moved those on my own.
But okay, I get it now. I was seeing it different in my mind's eye. Continue.
Yeah.
Drive down the road.
Yeah. So
Those are called
you're-
mortars in this game.
They are. Yeah, you're able to drive the next 2 kilometers, no issues, to the city gate itself. And Luther, Bjorg, Gildo, you would already know because you're all in the military. They clearly radioed in advance to basically let you in.
Sure.
As you approach, the wall itself looks relatively new, as in it was built maybe within the last 5 or so years. But it is a very tall wall, 15 meters tall, to give everyone perspective, it's about the size of a school bus. So it's as tall as a school bus. And it has soldiers walking on the parapets just doing their patrols and the like. But as you go by the trench line and the like, you're able to see soldiers basically just living their standard life. They're making recap, there's laughter, there's a violin playing as you guys drive by. And as you approach the city gate, there's a large aquila on the front of the gate. And you're all able to see battle damage just every now and then around the wall.
Right.
Mm.
I'm keeping a lookout for either other pods or anything else that looks out of the ordinary. Like, I'm looking for any signs of maybe there's other people who fell from the wreckage that would be here. If not, then I'll probably tell while I'm doing that, I tell the rest of the group. So like I look down over into the cabin or whatever and tell everyone driving here, like, this might be a good place for an RZ for everybody from the Vonderwolf. See who else made it.
Do we have any way to contact anyone, though?
I'm gonna look to Astara because she was the one that did comms before and say, "You have any expertise in this?"
In finding the other pods?
Comrade.
Wait, for the record, what I mean is that I don't know how we're going to communicate with them, but the idea is that we should tell people who are on the planet to maybe get here,
Yes.
right?
So
if possible.
What we need to
And
do
this
is
is this is the part where they should come to us.
we need to
Yeah.
fix.
Care of the beacon.
We need to fix our beacon first.
I
Perhaps
have.
someone here can fix it for us.
That's
Whoever wants to, you can make a quick WT4 tech check. And this is just for basic knowledge on something about it. To
Is
see
this
if
like when we're all? Oh, okay. This
Yeah.
is like diagnosing it.
yeah, this is just seeing if you know something about it.
Oh, like past
I'm not-
reference knowledge, not
Eric-
actively doing it.
Eric asks, knowing that he is nowhere in hell making that roll.
You don't know. You can always try. You might roll all sixes.
No, I'm not.
But you could
Who
roll
did somebody else-
complications.
No. If Gildo ever works something with tech, we're gonna, like we saw in the intro part. I just hit it with my knife, and if it works, it works.
I have a 4. Plus
I also
4?
have a 4.
You're not
Would
trying to
somebody
repair
else like
or
to
anything.
roll first, or just me?
I have a plus
It's gonna be
4.
boring, right?
I have a
Rather,
4 as well.
Wait for
Alright,
rerolls.
wants to roll. This is just basically a knowledge check on it.
Okay,
Yeah.
everybody's going.
I don't think everyone can do it. It's like one person, right?
No, everyone can. It's
Okay.
character knowledge as
We
well.
will just.
Oh,
if you
yeah,
roll
Bjorn.
Jesus!
Star
Bjorn.
No!
Luther.
I was
And
reading
you
a
got a
bad roll.
complication. I knew
I
it.
wanted to roll after a bad roll for the RNGs, but like I was only rolling after good rolls.
Yeah.
You got a
and
7. Ooh.
Gildo, you can always try. You can't roll
I got a
worse
5.
than Luther.
No.
Eric, no, no.
He had that glorious 7. I got a complicated 1.
I'm right in the middle.
Maggie ruined that 5 though.
I got a middle. How did I ruin it?
I have no idea.
It literally says ruin.
What?
It says Astara.
Yeah. Don't
Oh, yeah, we're at that ruin.
Oh.
There you go. I
Mm-mm.
don't know why it says ruin. It shouldn't. But
Yeah, I don't know.
I think he's lying to us.
now, both of you would actually know if you were able to repair the beacon itself, you would actually be able to patch into the basic frequency of it and actually be able to talk with the other beacons. They won't be able to respond to you unless they are able to do the same thing, but you would be able to broadcast a message if it was repaired. And
Yeah, awesome.
if you had the correct gear to actually broadcast that message.
Right.
I probably could find that here.
Yeah, you can. It's Luther wouldn't know this,
Awesome. And
but
You can
Bjorn and Astar would know. Yeah, if
Yeah.
you can disassemble someone's Vox communicator and hook it up, basically.
cool. Then someone else can start prepping the speech of attention survivors of the Vonderwolf.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
blah, blah,
yeah,
blah.
yeah.
As well as his preparation of the speech leadership check. It's inspiring.
It's complications. Turns out it went to the enemy.
Complicated, yeah.
I was kidding.
I get +5 to
You
leadership.
just play the Avengers theme song over the Voxcast and you're good.
Wait, are we rolling leadership?
No, I was.
He was joking.
Okay.
Speech prep. The leadership test was the speech prep.
So, as you all continue to drive into the city, you pass through the gates, and you see the wall itself is at least as thick as it is high. You basically go through a small tunnel on this now two-way street. And as you pass out the other side, you're not in traffic. There's lots of people in the road, however. And you suddenly start hearing gunshots and screaming. And you can tell people are very antsy. And the gunshots grow more and more in number. More screaming
Which direction are they coming from?
all around you.
Oh, good.
Now
You
let's
see
go to
anything?
break.
Oh,
You bastard.
cliffhanger. Wowzers.
Okay. We're gonna head over to a short break around 8 minutes, 10 minutes, depending on how much everyone needs, and we'll see you back here. Go get yourself some water, get yourself some snacks, and we'll see if we're all gonna die. That'd be great. See you guys.
Can't wait.
All right. Welcome back to Unsung Fury episode 2. We just took our break and now we are returning to the madness. Take it away, Frank.
All right. Before we start, Maggie.
We left on a cliffhanger too.
But I'm going to continue what I was saying before.
No.
Accept 5
Stop
corruption.
your hearsay.
10 build points right off the bat. Just accept 5 corruption. Just
That's a good deal.
I know that is a good deal, but it's
that's a great
also
deal.
not a good deal.
Just accept chaos into your
How much corruption's bad?
any.
So it's like, where's the pool cap out at?
Like 24.
But only 5? Can you lose corruption over time?
Maybe.
Can I take that? Can I take that bet?
No.
What?
There's only one other person that can really take this deal.
Real quick. Sorry to interrupt.
You favor her and Bjorn.
He's a psyker.
Had-
He's a space wolf.
Frank, if I want to spend my 4 build points to get a skill, it costs 3 to go from 0 to 2, right?
I
It
believe
costs
so,
1
yeah.
for 1 build point and then 2 for the next one, right?
I think so. There is a chart in the rulebook.
Yeah,
for
there's
that.
317. I just want to make sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
So
Awesome.
you can actually.
I was just double checking. I'm doing that right now.
Okay.
I'm boosting. Actually, I'm thinking about what I want. Like, go ahead.
All right. So as Gildo suddenly realizes something got skilled up in his mind, yeah, you all hear shouting and screaming. There's people running around within the city. The streets themselves are chaotic. There is what would quickly appear to be refuse all around. Gunshots ringing in the air from autogun fire. And you notice, all of you, almost immediately, this isn't a panicked scream. This isn't a refuse on the ground. The people running around are in a fairly festive mood. The refuse on the ground is their streamers, confetti and the like. And up ahead, you're able to see the chapel. And as soon as any of you look, the bell begins to toll a very cheerful chime just back and forth. And the familiar sound of guns just going off in a volley just echoes through the air, bouncing off the wall. And everyone just make a quick awareness for me. Let's see if you can tell. Unless you guys actually want to veer off and drive towards the chapel to see what's going on.
Apparently, I'm veering. Did I get the worst roll?
Potentially. All that good bad luck.
No, I did.
Oh,
I got
okay,
you.
okay.
So Gilda got 2, I got
Thank you, Eric.
6,
You're
Bjorn
welcome.
got 5, and Luther got a 2.
Yeah, Bjorn and Astara, you are both able to, or actually, I'll go with Gildo and Luther first. You both catch a glimpse of several people dressed in white as you continue to drive by the scene. However, Astara and Bjorn, you're able to see there are several uniformed men, not in the combat uniforms that you saw before of trench coats, but in dress uniforms. And there's about 20 of them. And across from them are about 20 women who are dressed in what look like makeshift bridal gowns.
Are we sure?
Bjorn was very close to jumping off and starting shooting everybody, so it's a good thing he rolled well.
Yeah.
Now he's just gonna jump off and find his bride.
That's right. He's just gonna get married.
How go
Do
into
we
the
know this custom?
I actually think the only person who would know this custom is Gildo.
The fuck?
Gilda's like, what the fuck?
Why? Why would I know this?
Does anybody relay the information to the 2 people who have no idea what's going on?
I imagine where. Please.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you first.
Okay. I'll just be like, they're wearing gowns. I don't understand.
I hate people in gowns.
Just a heavy thing.
I'll put my hand on his gun and I'll be like, I don't think that will be needed.
And yeah, as you
beg to
guys
disagree.
I beg to disagree.
I agree to
but
disagree.
I
Move
do, I
away,
do.
woman.
Yeah,
No, I'm just
I
kidding.
do.
Heavy stubber wedding. Yeah, as you guys drive by and the current crowd of the 40 couples kind of gather together, and you're able to get a closer look as you continue down the main road. Gildo, you've actually seen these before. These are combat weddings. Young couples who get married before the soldier goes to battle.
Oh, okay. I have seen those before then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And it's literally what you would know is, yeah, it's so that these young couples could actually be married before
Oh.
one of them dies.
For the $5.
So they can
for free
make
button.
babies
It's a
that
hazard
have no
pay.
father or mother.
Yes.
Gotcha. Great.
That's the spirit.
It's for hazard pay. They do in the U.S. military all the time.
Yeah, exactly. You know.
One night of bliss, forever regrets.
Okay.
Oh, it's just a combat wedding.
Oh, what?
You know, when young lovers, they get together before the big old fighting. I don't know. Wasn't really for me.
We
I
flash
don't
back real quick to
understand.
Gildo's like 7 weddings.
Being left at the altar.
Oh no.
Oh.
All by myself.
It's
I
not just
don't-
like one
It's
time.
like-
It's like a
I
montage
imagine
of just different
Bruce sitting
churches.
back there, looking at him, lipping that to himself.
And it's just a real long pause as I stare in the distance. Everyone looks at me.
just a slight tear. goes
I
down his
think
face.
she's a star is just like, I don't understand why you would do that. And then
Me
she
neither.
also stares off in the
Yeah.
distance, but for different reasons.
Oh.
I'm gonna stare off into the distance at the road as I'm driving. So
Yes. Yeah, you do have to slow down as there are people like running across the streets. Just
that sounds like a their problem.
I mean, yeah. Look, if you really want to run people over, I'm not going to stop you.
No, not
Um,
unless they're in a dress.
But yeah, no, you get the occasional part of just like a group of guys carrying one of the bachelors or bachelorettes on their shoulders in their military uniforms, just like, haha, we're taking you
Yeah.
to the chapel. But yeah, the further into the city you get, the more the crowd disperses. And sorry, you're easily able to tell, oh, this was the commotion that I saw earlier. Now, in the city itself, where are you guys headed?
We
Well,
still have the
we
guy
want
in the
to-
car with us, right?
Yeah, he's still in the back.
Where does he want to be taken?
Well, no,
Um,
never mind, because we do need information. Oh, yeah, never mind. We need information from these guys. So I suppose, sorry, Maggie. I'll actually look to the guy and say, where can we take these three? We need to get information out of them.
Couple places. We could take him to, well, either the main hold here, or maybe the quartermaster quarters, or just the regular, man, just throw them in jail. Really, doesn't really matter as long as we have them captive. We'll probably release them under duress after a little while.
If they live, where do I go?
Why would they not live?
Where do I go?
He gave you 3 options. You can either go to the base, the local jail, or the quartermaster's office.
Local jail sounds like the least resistance from the people around us to do what we want to do.
Yeah,
So
and
that one.
Spoken like a true bureaucrat. Let's go.
what you don't want to go to the 2 places where I would definitely 100% Shanghai you.
Yeah.
Why not?
Hmm.
I don't like the word Shanghai, Frank. That's the only reason.
First off, it explains the situation perfectly. All right. Yeah, so he knows the city okay. He's more of a country boy than a city boy. But he's generally able to steer you in the right direction. The city itself is filled with what looks like prefabricated buildings. Most of them have fake gold trimming on the sides. Each one fairly well Gothic architecture. However, you do pass plenty of recaf cafes, bistros, restaurants. It seems to be a fairly still alive town.
After we're done plotting out where it is we're going to get brunch, did we see any locations that look like they might be abandoned and securable? Like if we needed a fallback point?
No, the city itself, you probably would guess from regular military knowledge, the country folk will come to the city away from the battlefield as a refugee point. So you don't really see any buildings that look like they're in poor condition. It seems to be a fairly well-off city from what you're able to see as you're driving towards the jail.
I'll actually say to Astara then, I'll actually look to her, and I imagine the guy's enough back that he can't hear every word being said if we speak low. So I'm going to say to Astara, be like, if you think you can see any fallback points, something that we might be able to utilize in the future if need be. I'm going to leave it there.
Do you think that we will need that?
I shrug.
I guess I will scry and look to see if I can find any fallback points.
All right, I will let you make that test. Let us take a look.
We all die.
Ooh, that was a low one. 3.
Yes.
And a complication.
I mean, there was a difficulty too, so. While there's not any abandoned buildings in the area, you would be able to tell. Let me check my very poorly drawn map that I made, because of course I made the map. I'm crazy. Wait to load. There we go. All right. Zoom and enhance.
Zoom.
Yeah.
Enhance.
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 Zoom.
Zoom.
Enhance. Enhance. Yeah, you're able to tell that you're actually in the fairly close to the middle class district at the moment. A little to your west, if you take a left on a road, you will run into the military infrastructure district. But once you get past the middle class district, if you take a right, is the market. And by the market district is the slums, if you want to go there.
We'll totally fit in too. Definitely can lay low in the slum.
100%. You all look very slummish. That's where the more rundown buildings are that Luther was kind of talking about. There are a couple hotels and inns in the area that look like they would be fairly secure. Looks like they have their own security. You see a couple militia groups kind of just going around as you're scrying out and about, clearly policing the areas. But yeah, not any abandoned, easily fortified buildings.
No.
But there is a nice hotel that you can tell in the middle class district that you might be able to fortify, rooms if you had to.
Okay.
What are we fortifying our rooms from?
I don't know.
I don't know. He's just asking me.
We're in a fortified city. If something can break through the city's defenses, I don't think a hotel is going to really do much.
He asked, so I will respond. I don't see anything that. Maybe it's a hotel.
That doesn't sound very defensible, so I don't respond. So just quick out of being question, either Frank or
doesn't
Matt.
listen to me.
Huh? What is that?
I said again, doesn't listen to me. It's fine.
No, I listened to you. It wasn't helpful. So there's no reason to. I'm not gonna be like you're useless. I just,
Go ahead and roll spear damage now.
I will just crush him. Crush. No, I'm just kidding.
Or turn into a Coca-Cola can.
I know. I'm sorry.
Frank or Maggie. I'm sorry. I'm just having a hard time seeing in my mind's eye what the scry ability actually looks like from Astara's perspective. What is it actually like? What does it look like?
Okay. Yeah, I've explained it a couple times, but yeah, she just kind of like rolls her eyes back, and you just see her sitting there with white eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But from her perspective, it looks like a fisheye blur, and she kind of just pans around, and everything's like vibrant colors.
So it's almost like a scrying, like almost
like a creeper.
Like an invisible eye moving around.
Yeah.
Which basically astral projects into the air and flies
Cool.
around.
Awesome. That was the part that I was having a hard time seeing. The other part I remembered. Cool. Thank you. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So you more or less you give information. I'll just nod, and then we'll head to the location that this guy's suggesting.
Yeah, and funny enough, let's see. You do have to pass by the area that Maggie was suggesting. On the map again. There it is.
When we pass by the hotel, I will point it out. I will like elbow you and be like, "That is the one."
Yeah. And yeah, the jail area is in the civic district, where you were able to easily tell, oh, hey, cool. This is where the main magistratum building is. This is where the main police station, fire station, town hall, more or less. And there is a fairly sizable prison here as well. And as you drive by, it's this fairly large rectangular building that has razor wire surrounding it on all sides. There is, well, it's not a solid wall. There is a wall that looks like it is solid steel bars just lining the entire way with spikes facing inwards and outwards.
Thinking of season 2 or 3 of Walking Dead, I answered my own question here.
Are you fortifying the prison? Okay, well, good luck. But you are able to see there are actually several other prisoners of war here as well. They look like they've been here a little longer because their uniforms are a little more run down, bland, pale. Yeah, if you want to, you can drive to the guard post.
Is there a prisoner drop-off box?
Yeah.
I would like to return these prisoners.
Okay, bye.
So we can. I mean, I hope this doesn't end up being fruitless. So we go up to the guard post.
Yeah, they stopped you. There's the standard roadblock thing that every prison has. This one just has like a quail on it instead of a stop.
Does this person look like somebody that would be easier if like either the two in back spoke to them, if that would come off better, or does it not matter?
They definitely look like soldiers.
Okay. With them looking like soldiers, I'll actually look up to Bjorn and be like, because I know he knows kind of like the plan at this point. So I'll look up to him and be like, you want to handle this?
I think Bjorn would just grab one of the dudes and like hold him up and he say, 3 I am JT here.
The guard looks at you as you speak. 3 I am JT. What, mate? Hey, what you want?
He'll like kind of motion at their uniform because he should recognize the colors at least, right? Like,
yeah. Untes. Oh, and yeah, he like picks a microphone that's on his chest and like speaks into it. You hear a slight static, and you see a couple of soldiers from inside the building begin to exit and walk towards you, weapons out and drawn.
He wouldn't. He wouldn't really pay any mind, but he would be like working to like get them out of the truck and ready to be taken and processed.
Yeah, and these guys are still knocked out because you guys have not treated them or tried to wake them up.
No.
You are muted, Eric.
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt earlier. I find if I mute myself, I stop cutting people off. If nobody objects, I think it'd be kind of cool if it's just like Gildo's like holding them all like in his shoulder like this. It's like putting them like he's got 2 on there, like it cuts over. He's like trying to figure out how to get this 3rd one on him. Like it's not like heavy, it's just awkward. He's like,
No, it's like trying to carry
like, he has to like toss him up there. He's like, there.
Yeah. It's like trying to carry that thing that's not. It's not really heavy. It's just weirdly
awkward. Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
awkward flesh things. Yeah, just holding them
Flesh bags.
bags of flesh.
Everyone just be a easily carryable box.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the card that originally was talking with you is like looking from Bjor to Gildo, just like, hell is going on here. Yeah, like clearly the expression of he just knows you guys are dropping off prisoners. He's never seen a Space Marine before. And Bjor, you've kind of noticed this from a lot of the people you've interacted with. Yeah.
No one's seen Space
No
Marine.
one seems to have even heard or seen a Space Marine here before.
As long as he feels like they're intimidated or at least have some respect for him, he's
Oh no, you
cool.
definitely get the feeling that people, maybe they don't respect you, but they definitely are intimidated by you.
excellent.
Like, perfect. Plan's going according to plan.
Just as planned. Yeah, and your groggy friend, who's now less groggy, jumps off the back of the truck and kind of follows behind Gildo as he basically carries these 3 unconscious junta soldiers towards the gate. And he actually looks back at the truck and it looks like he remembered something. You guys gonna give me my truck back?
Of course. Do you know of a local techsmith we could seek out here?
Hey, TechSmith. I feel like you have to roll or something for that.
Oh.
I grab some really dank, weed and get my papers and
Roll up.
Type of,
I don't know if that's the proper term, but like somebody who would be able to work on the.
yeah, they would just be called. Funny enough, TechSmith is actually one of the ones.
Nice.
You got Tech Priests as well.
Okay.
Maybe not on this planet because this is an out of nowhere planet.
Sure.
But yeah, just let's do persuasion.
Okay. Not very good at that, but
Well, you did kill a bunch of this guy's friends.
well, yeah, all right, fair enough.
Oh yeah, you're fine. It was a difficulty too.
Good.
Yeah, and he's like, all right, well, let me think. We do have a industrial district, not too far away from here. I want to suggest going there at night. The militia patrols tend to they don't like when people break curfew. So you might be fine. Your friends, on the other hand, well, they're always looking for new recruits. You might be able to find someone around that area. But what are you trying to repair?
We have
They can do one thing with your armor, if that's what you're asking.
we've got a communication beacon from the ship. We try to make contact with others who crash landed here.
Huh.
it's too much info.
Interesting.
I
Well,
was like,
everyone just like.
I'm just gonna give you the cake. I'm gonna cut a piece for you.
And yeah, he nods his head and. All right. Well, I'm not quite too sure if any of our local NGs can actually fix it, but doesn't hurt to check, right?
Sure.
Anyways, he goes and talks with the guard in their low Gothic local dialect. And just so everyone's aware, you all do speak low Gothic. I assume Everyone here speaks High Gothic as well, except for maybe you, Gildo. I'll let you decide if you know High Gothic.
No. I've heard it. I can't really speak it though.
Yeah.
There's low
Right.
Gothic, like Jenko jeans hanging out in front of Hot Topic, or like
Low Gothic is basically common.
cool.
And
It's pretty common on Friday nights back in the day.
yeah,
High Gothic is more like Latin.
it's very Latin-y. It's rich people talk.
Yeah.
But yeah, he talks with
Son,
you.
I work for a living.
He works, or yeah, you put words in my mouth. He talks with the guard and kind of nods and like pats his truck as he looks at Luther. Meanwhile, the several guards that came out were like looking at Gildo like, did we take them?
Yeah.
Like they were absolutely.
yeah.
You definitely intimidated them by
Sure.
literally just
Yeah.
carrying 3 guys.
Yeah. I start just to show. I'm going to be a little braggadocious here. So I am going to. I'm going to flex on them a little bit. I'm like,
Nice.
sure, here you
Flex
go,
and
and get
pecs.
3 of them. You know. Like,
But
ready
you're
to
just
go.
gonna give the one guy who's like,
No, I'm giving, yeah, it's all 3 of them. Like, just, you know, I hunch them off my shoulder. I'm holding them in like a fireman's carry, you know, just like in front of me like this. I'm like, here you go.
that's
3 of them.
definitely a roll for him. Let me find the guard sheet real quick. I have it here. All right, there it is. Let's do a athletics check. Roll. Oddly enough, he's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, not
Yeah,
bad.
no.
Well, yeah, he's like,
He's like,
yeah.
he's not carrying them anywhere close to you. You're just like, here's a guy, here's a guy, here's a guy, and he's like, oh, jeez.
Oh, yeah.
And he just like,
Yeah.
he's able to not fall over immediately as he just like immediately
Yeah.
drops.
It's like when you take all the groceries out of the car in one trip.
Yeah. Oh, that's how it's supposed to be. What are you talking about?
But I do.
I try to carry as much as I possibly can. I
Why
want to
would you
make the
go
least
on
amount of trips.
if you don't?
Unless there's a watermelon. I learned my lesson one time. When there's a watermelon, go back.
No, if it's something like super breakable, no, that's fine. Leave that for the last trip.
No, eggs you just put on the outer finger.
Well, yeah, those are
Raise the
eggs,
first
though.
one down.
I mean, like something important, like a watermelon.
Watermelon is more important than eggs.
Exactly.
I don't agree
Debatable.
with this.
Debatable.
I feel like eggs are better than a watermelon.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
eggs you can have
are also cheaper.
every
Wait.
day, all year long.
Wait.
Watermelon's seasonal.
Yeah,
Have you?
that's
has
why
none,
eggs are better.
None of you have ever had watermelon eggs before?
Watermelon eggs? What? Now
Oh.
you're just being weird.
No, you put eggs on watermelon. It's really good.
That sounds weird.
I don't believe this,
Yeah.
but okay.
I mean, I've had
Soft-
grilled
soft-boiled
watermelon.
eggs.
Are
Like
you joking?
you put soft-boiled eggs in a bowl with watermelon.
I want eggs
No?
now. I hate you.
Now
all.
I have to do that. I hope I don't hate you for trying it, but
You probably
the
will.
grilled watermelon's
Be
good.
honest here.
I feel like I don't know. I guess eggs go in desserts and stuff too. So I don't know.
When people put eggs on top of their burger, I go, why?
Oh, that
Oh,
is
I-
good. I've
No,
actually
but
had that
now
before.
your burger's
that.
messy.
Yeah, no, that is
messy.
It
very
is messy,
messy.
but it's delicious.
listen,
It's
okay.
worth the mess.
Wait,
I don't want
wait,
yolk-
wait,
I don't
wait,
want
wait,
yolk
wait,
between
wait,
the
wait.
webbing of my fingers.
I really need to play 40K, but also need to tell you that you're wrong. If your burger wasn't already messy to begin with, what the hell are you doing?
My steak's mid-rare, my burger's well done and dry.
Look, if you're not getting
You're an
barbecue
animal.
sauce in your beard,
It's like when there's 1,000 cows in one bite, make it so it's black. But when it's one cow in the entire steak, you can as raw as you want. I'm fine.
welcome to Unsung Fury, where we are very angry.
The real theory is about
Ground beef.
All right,
Eggs on
Come
burgers are delicious.
back
I'm not sure
to-
what Scott says.
alternate reality conversation of
this
eggs and stuff. Yeah, so the prisoners are basically dragged into the prison, semi-conscious at this point. And the sun is beginning to slowly set over the wall, and you all notice like the street lamps slowly flickering on.
Mm.
Well, I've found that there's an industrial sector that we could try and find a techsmith or something over there for the beacon. But otherwise, we may want to find shelter for the
In the
night.
morning. Yeah.
I saw a hotel on the way here. I pointed it out.
I'm sure they can. I'm sure they can provide accommodations for us if we ask the right person. I say, looking to the nearest person.
The guard?
No.
If there's a guard nearby.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's just like in his little post by the gate.
Is he like near earshot or no?
That is he? You told me.
Well, who do we take all the people to? Because like,
You took him to the prison, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna follow it after them. So
Well, let's just stay at the prison.
I'm fine with that.
I'll take us all.
I mean,
I've had worse sleeping
definitely keep
conditions.
him around here. Yeah, no. Are you going to try and talk with the guard, or
No, that's fine. If we're going into the prison, we'll figure it out when we're in there.
like, they closed the gate as soon as the POWs got in.
Wait, the whole point was for us to bring them here. Wasn't to be like, here's the guys and walk away. The whole point was for us to go here and interrogate those guys. We weren't playing pizza delivery. We were playing. I'm bringing the pizza to eat it with you.
Did you tell your partner that who you stole his truck and the guard?
I mean, it was kind of one of those
Define
understood
steal.
things. It was kind of one of those understood things, like
You-
as we were coming up.
The guy didn't even understand Bjor, so I don't know how he's going to get that across necessarily. Also, he didn't really try to. So.
I probably would have handled the situation with more bullets. So. So did they legit just shut the gate? And everything? So as they were shutting the gate, then I suppose rewinding, I didn't realize they were locking us
Yeah.
out. As they were shutting the gate, like, no, I'm going to walk in.
The guard like reached. Oh yeah, you stole there.
No, these are our prisoners.
Hey, he actually probably doesn't understand your regular language.
That's fine. I need to
and-
speak to somebody who is less dumb and walk past them.
He continues to say, "Oh, stop there!" As the gate is continuing to close. Is anybody following?
I'm
Luther?
following.
Yeah, I think we all are.
And he like immediately like begins to fumble because he was not expecting this, and like begins to like talk into his radio.
I will follow, but like let the others pass me, and I will actually like pull something out of my pocket or out of like my jacket coat and hold up my badge.
All right, I am going to have you make a roll.
Oh, awareness.
No, not awareness.
To see
She's
what
not looking.
I want to see what she's doing.
I mean, are you being like super sneaky to the other players about this?
No.
Oh,
I'm, looking
okay,
at my,
yeah, you can
I'm like
see that.
letting them walk past me and trying to like hold the gate open and like holding my badge up
Crush
to this
it.
guy who's like now calling in his people.
All right. I will let. Are you trying to intimidate him, or persuade him, or?
Yeah, I think I'm trying to intimidate him.
All right. Roll
You
an
get a plus
intimidation.
one. Maggie, you get a plus one for that because I am.
Go into assist.
Yeah, no, because you're within 15 meters of me.
Oh, that's right. It's
I
an
get
intimidation.
one
rank
extra-
correct?
Yes, you are
Is
all
it
ranked.
roll mod or bonus die?
It says adds plus rank, so I assume it's bonus die.
Plus rank just means you get +1 automatic.
Oh, okay, there
So
you go.
it's a roll mod, not a bonus
Mhm.
die.
That's
So,
better.
1,
Oh yeah, no, it's 5 that better.
and then
You
I
don't have
will
it's
roll.
you don't get the 2. Oh yeah. Tell me how this guy basically backs out.
I was trying to see if I had like a number. I don't think I do. Yeah, I kind
You
of
don't
just like
have to pick
I pull out from like inside of my jacket pocket like a badge and I flip it up and I'm like, we are here on business. That's a sabite. I wouldn't bother with that, and I would keep that door open for us if I were you.
Yeah, and
And then I put my badge back.
he looked at you like dumbfounded as he he had his weapon slowly rising as he was talking on the radio, and he just kind of slowly lowers his weapon and just into his radio says, "Ni moment, obitis."
Serving the High Lord?
In protect.
Of course.
And yeah, if he's going to leave the gate open because you actually specifically asked him to leave the gate open.
To let them through, I was like saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure because if you wanted him to leave the gate open, something would have happened that was weird. But
No,
well,
just to let them, in.
Yeah.
Because it was starting to close on them.
Yeah. All right.
I'm gonna give a star another eye of she's full of surprises, like a nod of, I suppose, approval and appreciation. You know.
Yeah. So you guys are actually able to get into this building. Once again, the building itself is a huge rectangular building. It's basically a small fortress in and of itself. The windows are far too small for anybody to fit through, but big enough to aim a gun into or out of. The doors themselves are these thick iron doors that are adorned with gold livery and two skulls. And you enter into what appears to be a busy room of relatively well-equipped soldiers who got a call about intruders. It looks like they're in the process of standing down, but they all look at the group just confused.
I mean, my character would probably pay them almost no mind to continue following the people that have the bodies.
Yeah.
Like,
do we see where they're taking the guys that we were?
Yeah, they
in?
basically stopped, and have the three still semi-conscious prisoners just sitting on what looks like a cast iron bench.
Okay, so we're all just kind of waiting here in this area.
Yeah.
Who's in charge here?
Are you asking that in character?
No, because I feel like my character would know. Like talking
Like out
to
of
people
character,
around, we would
when
have
you
heard.
walk in, like, does there look like somebody that's in charge?
Yeah, like we would have heard a name somewhere, like the person who's responsible for the head of this entire city.
Oh, for the city?
Like,
someone
like that.
The friendo who you abandoned and kidnapped would have told you that
You didn't
there.
kidnap him.
Yeah, I kidnapped him.
Yeah, right. It's like Major Gustav's.
It is
whatever.
Lord Mayor Bay Tharmo.
Bay Tharmo.
Lord Mayor,
Right.
what?
Bay Tharmo. And here I will copy.
Yeah, I'm adding that to my notes as well.
Paste. Enter.
Oh, he's Bay, like Bay.
Bay. Shit. I knew someone was going to make that joke. I was like, hey, Bay, that's a cool. Oh, wait.
you could have spelled it with a Y.
Yeah, but then people will be watching.
Oh,
Haha.
oh
Bay
God.
watch.
Like, it's like physically painful, like stomach cramps.
Yeah. So, okay.
The real question is he really Bay? Is he a babe?
But you've never seen.
Right. I feel like
That's true.
right. I don't think they would be here. We're probably being led to like maybe where they would be closer. But the idea here is that we should probably meet with Bay, and announce who we are and our intentions of being here, so we don't have to be like every time we go down the street, people don't know what to do with us.
Yeah.
I think
you guys
my
might
intention
be
was-
able to.
If we all walk in and no one else says anything first, because you all walk in before me,
I mean,
I will say something.
right. I mean, we're also the one with the friggin' Space Marine. I feel like they're gonna come to us. It's
That should count for
Yeah.
something eventually.
you know, like, when a
Can
Space Marine lands on your planet, you go say hi to them. Like, that's what you do.
Yeah, so I
get
guess
your-
I'll walk
can I get
in.
your autograph?
I'll walk into the room if none of them look like they're doing anything. We're all just standing there.
Yeah.
I will walk up to whoever looks in charge in this area.
There is a man who is dressed in. He doesn't wear armor, but he's clearly the one in charge here. He's in very fine pressed uniform, button down shirt, and you personally would recognize it. It is it's a uniform that you are familiar with. It's a planetary RBD's officer, so not your same order. It's basically, hey, we need law enforcement. This is the guy, and he looks to be actually possibly captain to warden level. You can't really tell with the local livery.
And that would be above me in rank?
Technically, yes. However, he is local.
All right. I will, if I don't see any of them doing anything, I will walk in, walk up to him, show him my badge, and be like, we're here to check these in, but we want to talk to them. They might have information that we need. And of course, you can have with them whatever you want after.
Yeah, and he looks at you, then looks at the prisoners, and kind of nods. He himself, he has short cropped hair, a little bit of salt and pepper beard going on, and he nods towards your badge. It says, "All right, well, I am Captain Pascal Barthet," and that's Barthet.
That
We usually don't interrogate prisoners of war. Why would you want to ask? What are you looking for from them?
if they answer us, there doesn't need to be any interrogation per se.
We do not interrogate. You do not seem to be around here often, correct?
Correct?
And he kind of gives like a sideways smirk. Yes, you're RBTs. This war is vicious, not good, but here it is good. We have a deal with Titakopolis.
Okay. And what is this deal?
The deal is if prisoner exchange. If they capture some of us in the raid, they will return them if we return them.
So what is the point then? Why capture each other?
And he chuckles as you say that. We do not want war, but they want war? Well, we will fight, but no hard feelings with sisters.
She just shakes her head at them like, what the hell?
Yeah, he is looking at you like, hey, why isn't this making sense to you?
I'll chime in at this point. I'm going to say, listen, they have information important to us, not you.
What information? They are
Exactly.
grunts, militia.
Have you heard
If-
them talking about something?
I hear talk all the time. This is not our
This is
war.
specific talk about something regarding a church.
What type of church? The marriages before we go to front line, yes.
And just to clarify, it was the Church of the
Emperor Reborn.
Emperor Reborn, right?
Oh, I didn't write that one down.
Mm.
Bad, Scott.
I wrote it down, but I wrote it weird and I can't read what I wrote. That's why I'm like, what does this say? The Church of the Emperor Reborn.
And he just gets a scowl on his face as
So you have heard
speak.
of it before.
Of course I've heard of it.
Where?
Where? Well, where not? They are not near here, but they raid us from air every now and then. They are not junties. You
Then
do
what
not
are they?
war. You do not know of war, do you? And he kind of rolls his head and come to my office. And he like turns around and
I'll
slowly
look at the
moves
other
there.
3 and I'll be like, come with you. Like, she kind of gives you like a motion, like you can join or not. Like, and she kind of like points at the others if you want to stay, and then she will just continue to follow this gentleman.
Quick assessment. Does it look like there's any chance I'm going to be able to get with those 3 bodies without Maggie?
You are surrounded more or less by people who don't like the fact that you are intruding in their prison
I don't care
after
if they like
forcing
it.
your way in.
I don't care if they like it, but I'll take that as a no. Go with Maggie.
Hey, it's up to you. Who is going with Astara?
I think Bjor will stay back
All right.
with the,
Yeah, I
the
don't-
prisoners and people there.
Yeah, I don't think I would be helpful to Astara, but I kind of want to go with them anyways.
Could be protection,
Indeed, bodyguard.
intimidation.
Yeah, so the warden will actually look towards both Luther and Bjor and say,
That's right.
Do not harm them. If you wish to speak with them, do so now. As he guides both Astara and Gildo towards his office. His office is covered in papers. Just papers on the wall, papers on his desk. It looks like you're able to see, like, behind his desk is what looks like a small mattress that he's just laid there to sleep.
Like, do the papers say anything specific on them, or does it look like he's just using them for padding? Like what?
No, it's, if you take a look at it, you would know immediately. Yes. Paperwork for criminals and prisoner exchange and
Order receipts,
Ah,
exchanges.
gotcha.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
like
basic, highly
Just
mundane
receipts.
paperwork.
yeah.
It looks like you need a secretary or something.
I had one at one point, but the work out.
This like probably gives a star anxiety, just being in this room.
Yeah, what paperwork? Yeah, it would give me anxiety too. Then yeah, he goes and sits behind his desk and kind of just claps his fingers on the table. What do you want to know?
Right. Maybe slightly before he asks that question, I actually probably have something, like looking at all the receipts and stuff like that, and I probably want to say, how long has this war been going on?
It's been going on for about 10 years. Or 7 years.
Was there any indication from the Wonderwolf, like in the pre-stuff, about this war that was ongoing here? We know this place was dangerous, but we didn't
You
know.
knew that the general system was dangerous. However, there was no mention of a civil war. The basic information that you had was, hey, the planetary governor has recently had 2 twin children, and he would like to invite different organizations to bless the births of his new heirs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay then. So it's been going on. Okay, so there's no context between that. All right then. I mean, I get the twin stuff. But,
Yeah, I'm like,
Right.
I mean, in character we probably don't know. Out of character.
In character. You might be able to put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah. I know. Is one named Alfarius?
Yes, and the other is also named Alfarius.
Yeah. Okay.
Alpha Legion. Suddenly, this guy. It was Alpha Legion Astartes in disguise.
Okay. So that then ultimately then I wouldn't be very surprised by that.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all. And then
And
any questions
yeah.
for them, Astara?
I was waiting. What did he say? Because he mentioned.
what would you like to
asking-
know?
Yeah.
Oh, what would
question.
we like to know?
Oh, I have one. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Why? If you weren't right. Okay. We're going to be needing a place to sleep. And a place that won't mean that we get recruited.
Well, I can set up accommodations, and do not worry about recruitment. The catchports do not really grab you as long as you are around before nightfall.
You said that you've heard the words before about the church.
The church, yes, they are not part of the civil war. They are. They will be put down as soon as civil war ends. Gesundheit.
Gesundheit to them, indeed.
He's in another room. Every time
Was
he
that
sneezes,
Brian?
yeah.
Yes,
every
it's
time he
always-
sneezes,
oh,
it
wow.
still
It
comes
always
through.
is.
It's like another
Mhm.
room.
It
Completely.
sounds like he's like right behind your green screen.
He's not. He's in like a completely other room.
Like he's
I've
like
heard him
creeping up
sneeze.
on
He's
you.
super loud. Yeah, he would actually go on and inform you that the Church of the Emperor Reborn is actually another faction, that they seized a good portion of planetary or orbital installations at the beginning of the Civil War. And at the moment, they are more or less trapped on a relatively large island.
Which island?
And by island, I mean he points to a map, and it's about a little bigger than Great Britain.
Okay.
Okay.
They are contained, except for their flyers. They were able to get the industry growing, unfortunately, so we cannot. They have incursions into our airspace quite often.
I think you misunderstand. I think they are much bigger than you're claiming they are.
And he kind of like chuckles and. You do not understand this war. We are on good terms with our neighbors because we know that they are on good terms with us. The Church of the Emperor Reborn do not take prisoners like we do. We capture them, we kill them. They capture us, they kill us.
I'm gonna ask, how far is this land from here?
Lord knows, because you're still with 3 bodies.
No, I said I'm gonna go with her.
Oh, okay.
I was the first one that said I'm gonna go with her.
Oh,
actually.
I thought you said you were going to stay with.
I said if it was feasible at all. When you said more or less no, I said I don't know.
Oh, okay. In that case, what was your question again?
How far is this land from where we are now?
It is quite far, other side of the planet. No need to worry.
Do they have the capacity to go into space?
Of course they do. They seized most of our planetary orbital installations.
Do you have the capacity to go into space?
Personally, no. But the Carnes both have the ability to send ships up, yes.
We weren't the only ones that fell onto the planet. Do you have the means of discovering the location of the others that fell on the planet?
He scratches his beard slightly.
Lice come out. Dink.
Luckily not, he's very clean. And he kind of scratches his beard, looks up and to the left as he's thinking. It depends how many. I saw the stars falling from sky. Most of us did. Couple dozen. But it could be anywhere. I will put out information. You already know that there was a fight. Apparently, you lost.
Yes, but we need to find our people. We have a way to communicate with them, but we need someone to help us.
Before that, there was a fight. You were able to see it, I imagine, from here.
Not see exactly, but we saw
After
churchy.
attack. I understand.
Yes,
The people that attacked our vessel.
yes, we
Do
saw.
anything about that?
Yes, he already told us. There are these people that live on the island. We will find them.
No,
Yes.
the ships that attacked our ship came from the island.
They are the same. They
The first
worship the
people-
same people as the people on the island.
I missed that part. My apologies. Cool.
That's how I. That's where I got where I am. And then I was like, apparently they have more military power than you think they do. Is what I told the guy.
Oh, okay. I got all that. So
Yeah,
I missed
right.
it. So when they attacked the Vandervolt, that was them. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
And apparently,
think
these two factions don't get a. They are not in cahoots with them, is what they're saying.
I thought you guys were talking about the shuttle.
The junta
when that
and the Republic or the People's
Yeah.
Republic are not with them. Is what they're saying. They're saying that they kill the two of them will kill their peoples
Yeah,
because
the
they're
third
killing
one.
their people. Yeah, that's what
It's
I gathered from
basically-
all of that.
So there's really
The-
3 factions.
Yes,
Yes.
there's 3 factions.
Mhm.
So
On this
it's
planet.
Us.
the peeps and the junta. They don't really like each other, but hey, guys, we're not going to just outright massacre each other. And what you're able to gather is the church are like, nah, we're just gonna kill everyone.
Right.
Cool.
Not a great group.
No, they kind of sound like jerks to me.
Yeah, and I think Ostara kind of like, while you're asking something, Luther kind of like just pans off and looks off in the distance and like mumbles something to herself.
Excuse me, I didn't hear you. What was that?
What?
You said something under your breath. I didn't hear. Was it another question?
No, I didn't say anything.
He kind of like looks side-eyed toward the rest of you, like confused.
Still give them the even, uninterested look.
What other questions do you have? You must understand. Our 2 cities, we take care of each other. Most other cities do not. This is why we do not torture our prisoners. Well, interrogation in other cities is fine. It is part of war. But
I think that my friend
brother,
here was wanting to talk to them because he thought they were part of this church. Am I not right? I look at
he
Luther.
throws his head back when you say that and just gives this gregarious laugh. No.
I'm saying that to you, Luther.
No, I know. I was letting him play his whole thing out,
Okay.
and then I'll respond with not a part of the church. Location, which you gave to us. Their strength, which you gave to us, even if somewhat ignorantly, and whether or not they can give us a means of finding the location of the other members of our vessel that fell planet side. You seem to be incapable of doing that. Perhaps they'll be more useful.
Perhaps we already have a bulletin out to seek your people. We will be actually escorting you to the capital city. There was actually a ceasefire signed over the Fiora found. No transportation vehicles will be damaged as we move all of you to the capital.
I'll nod and say, and we leave.
Yes. When I have the capacity, I will contact the Lord Mayor and inform him that you are here. It's mandatory to know that you are a part of the ship that was unfortunately bringing supplies to us.
And we have time to accomplish other things between now and then.
Mention there's other survivors.
Oh, that's what I was referring to.
No,
So
he's saying,
Yeah.
Oh,
like there was
That's
a
implied right
PowerPoint bulletin to. He
Yeah.
knows this because he knows somebody.
got it.
And hey,
Oh, that was not clear to me because my brain's small. Okay.
Yeah.
you're a catachan.
One of your guards said that there may be some kind of techsmith or engineer.
It is possible. You not know of any tech priest in our city itself.
Could you
I
imagine?
did hear of one wandering around, but he seemed to be in searching of some things.
Perhaps the capital will be a better place for us then.
The capital is our main industrial location on the planet itself. We are but a humble aggregation world.
I look at the other two. Kind of like, any other questions?
Nope. No. Yes, actually, there is. So then, because of course how she described things before, and the likelihood of us being able to ask the same questions we've asked you to the 3 prisoners.
You can ask them if they are part of the Church of the Emperor Reborn. They will answer the same.
Good. I'll be looking forward to our time with them.
I can. He looks and just like hits the intercom. Pierre, could you bring the 3 new POWs in that these people who have brought in just now? And you hear in the kind of broken language that you guys have heard before, a response. And a couple minutes later, the 3 prisoners are, well, no longer in their uniforms. They are more in a basic rundown prison outfit, clearly for intake purposes. Their wrists are bound to their torsos, and their torsos have chains going down to their ankles, making it very hard for them to escape.
Prior to their arrival, we probably discussed amongst ourselves. You had said beforehand these are grunts, right?
Yeah, these are Hoboken militia guys.
I don't know if people in New Jersey appreciate that, but I'm going to look to you, Eric, and I always forget your character's name for some reason.
Gildo.
Gildo,
Yeah.
how can you forget his name?
Sorry, Gildo. So I actually looked at Gildo and say, do you want to handle this?
Yeah,
They
I
might
go
respond better to you.
Yeah, let's do it.
And then they come in.
Yor would be behind them because he was just hanging out with him the whole time.
Hey, buddy!
I'd like to just mention chat is
Can
like,
you high five
this
across?
guy.
Huh?
Yeah.
Chat is just like, shoot this guy.
Yeah, Chad just wants to
He
shoot
did
him.
nothing wrong.
Also, everyone's trying to shout me. Even Bior was trying to shoot me.
I see nothing wrong with this.
I was
I
fine.
saw
I was
that.
fine with killing that guy, but unfortunately, and there's people. Oh, they were
Yeah. Now, yeah, all 3 of these prisoners seem they're groggy. They're obviously hungover from the same effect of Maggie literally attempting to melt their brains with electricity from the warp. So they're all slightly cloudy-eyed, but able to stand on their own.
Okay. So then, which one seems like the most? Actually, you know what? Let's ask the question here. Say right. So, which one of you 3 wants to answer my questions? Wants to get home first?
That depends what you're going to ask, sir.
Simple things that I think you all would know.
Yes, sir. I can answer basic
Names
questions.
and ranks.
I am. Let me pull up a name.
Frank.
Benny Parry,
Billy Billerson.
militiaman, Yeoman class.
I look at the other.
Yeah, another response. Leslie Harrison, Yeoman class, militia, forward observer. And the third one, Brian Carr, Yeoman militia class, gunner.
Listen. I don't know what y'all are fighting for. I don't know why you keep getting yourselves captured. But where I'm from, you don't get captured.
Yeah. Are you going to execute us, sir?
Well, if I was in charge of this ragtag band that is called the Imperial Guard here, I believe so. But the powers that be have made me just a questioner.
Sir, by the rules of war, I've come to this town for the harvest festivals. You can't.
I smack him.
Oh.
Harvest festival, that.
Oh my god!
Don't you dare interrupt Gildo when he is talking to you.
Yeah, so Denny crumples to the ground, just like sobbing lightly. Getting punched in the face with the hangover is not fun.
Yeah.
And the other two kind of just go like a stark white. Sir, you can't strike us. It's not in the agreement between our two cities.
And start answering my questions, son.
What do you haven't asked any?
I smack him. No, I want to know like three. I'm gonna like I would repeat myself till I get these answers here. So the first one here is gonna be like, who, did you see anybody fall from the sky? Did they, were there other survivors? Where are they? Did you shoot at them? All those types of things.
Don't make me smack you.
Yeah. Right. Like basically information like as we landed, if they know anything about the greater context, because I don't really give a shit about their war.
There is literally just
I want to know more about like did they see other people fall, where they might have fallen like close by, and that kind of stuff. Because I know we might be going to the big city, but like we might have time to go get them, right?
And if you wouldn't think of it on your own, Eric, I'd probably also chime in at one point. Just like who, if they don't have all those answers, who we can get those answers from, like those names. Okay.
So Brian would actually be fairly forthcoming with this information, as he's the only one that you have not smacked yet. And he would actually inform you they actually thought you were a cargo pod. They didn't realize that this was a life pod landing, as the recent rogue traders have dropped cargo pods.
Oh, they didn't come close? They just shoot shit at the planet?
Just like, here's the stuff.
Yeah. Right. It's like when Amazon just throws the package into your car.
Exactly.
And break the door. Yeah. Okay, I got it now.
So
sure.
To actually inform you, it's actually between these two cities. And mind you, this is a planetary
it's a huge planet. Yeah.
war. And he would actually share with you why these two cities are fairly friendly with each other, and that's because they both have a joint thing of working the fields together.
Of course. They work the fields.
These two towns just crack me up.
What are right? So
two cities.
I want to know. Then have other cargo pods fallen? Were we the first one they found? That kind of stuff.
They only saw yours land, between these two cities, when a cargo pod lands, it actually becomes, for the unblooded, the relatively new recruits, a race to see who gets there first. Which he would inform you that's why they didn't kill the people on the cargo pod as they were trying to loot it.
Oops.
They simply shot at them.
So is there like, whatever. So is there like, so there's nothing useful out of these people is ultimately the thing I'm getting at.
That's why I'm not in this room. You all are like slapping prisoners up.
I just realized these people are completely useless.
You are learning that the people, if you land it in the area where there was a war going on, those people are killing each other like crazy. You land it in the area where they're just having fun. They don't want to kill each other.
Yeah,
they're brothers and sisters. They're family.
I just love that Gildo smacked someone who's like, fuck your harvest.
Smack. Stop it. That's Christmas. Smack. Don't interrupt.
They only knew about us. They only saw us, I should say.
They only saw us.
Did they hear chatter before seeing us or since seeing us on their way, making their way to us because they got to us second? Hear any chatter about others coming down?
He would mention no. as most of them do not have, as they are young militia members, they don't have Vox communication.
And the other thing was, my apologies, it was names and ranks of, names and locations of people that would have answers. Sorry.
No, I mean, I don't really have anything else to like to add to these people other than just how disappointed I am, and I'd probably bring up like Cadia or something like that about like what happened and like being there compared to this shit, and like to see like the Imperial Guard be this, and I don't know what the word is, insulted or like denigrated.
So Gildo, you
like,
would know the difference between Imperial Guard and Planetary Defense Force.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
So these are
fine. It's the opposite. Then I'm just gonna lay on them with like sort of like an air of superiority, where it's like of course you don't know anything because you're nothing but planet PDF forces. You like and then I'll just describe how I served at Cadia and stuff like that. You call this a war? You don't even know what a war is. Like all this, that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, and you probably also realize this guy isn't really a guy. He's a kid. He's like maybe 15 or 16 as you're like interrogating.
That's a guy in Catachan.
I mean,
that's a man. That's a full grown. We count
true.
that on the census as full grown. Catachan.
Yeah, you would know from your service. For regular Imperials, these
they're young
kids.
What? Yeah, they're like, how old are you, son?
By old Terran years, I am 16 rotations.
I just like take off my bandana and like air it out, and it's like, and just like my face and just, what? Yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of like shocked at that, but like I don't really have anything else to add here. Like I feel like it's like a move to a different scene.
I'll lean in and say, and now the most important question: have you been seeing the Church of the Emperor Reborn anywhere in your city?
And no, we would kill them on sight.
I don't care about what you're saying you would do. I'm talking about rumors you would have heard in your city. Emperor Reborn. Somebody maybe see a ship land in, a strange-looking figure walking about.
They raid us every now and then. I do joint hunts every now and then when we see one of the flies go by. I saw one of them fly by. They attacked the cargo pod. The one you arrived on. It's why we didn't go for it.
I'm gonna like keep that like lingering stare for a few extra seconds to like make him uncomfortable.
He starts to like wilt
Do you
under
hold
you.
up your hand like you're gonna slap him?
No.
My hand's way smaller. I just want him to giggle.
Aww. You have tiny hands?
Yeah.
I'm
She would laugh and be
imagining
like,
Luther with tiny
Gildo's
hands
is
now.
bigger.
So anyways, I hold the stare for a few extra seconds, just like make him like, feel uncomfortable, shift the seat, whatever. And then I'll say, we're done here. And then look back at the guy that gave us a difficulty and say, was that difficult?
He's just like sitting behind his desk, just fingers linked together, just staring. This is all the information I already gave you, though. It is not difficult, no. Was that difficult?
Yes, this is all quite trying. There are rooms?
Yes, and there is a blockhouse that is relatively empty. I will move the current garrison out of it, and you may spend however long you need.
I wasn't there for the interrogation. I was outside.
Yeah. Actually, who was outside? Was it Bjorn?
I think Bjorn was like at the door, just kind of not guarding, but standing there and watching the interrogation.
If you guys want it, especially for you, Bjorn, somebody would have actually offered to bring you in anything that you had to carry. to the blockhouse. Like, this guy already set this up for you guys during the interrogation.
Then I would have gone.
Yeah. So you two are already there, and Gildo Luther, do you want to do anything else in the prison?
No, it doesn't seem like these people have any useful information whatsoever. What do you think?
What do you
Luther?
think?
Nope. I think we can cut to a
Yeah.
inter-party chat scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay, so quick fast forward, we arrive at the blockhouse, which is it's literally just a slightly L-shaped house, which is used for quick fortification. The windows are actually more gun ports than anything else, and the house itself is 2 stories tall, and fully furnished for what looks to be about 8 people. Has a kitchen, 2 bathrooms, and yeah, 3
Bjork,
individual bedrooms and a barracks area.
Bjork claims the biggest bedroom.
I just
As is his.
Sure.
I just sit in a.
I just take the leftover.
If there's like a couch or something, I'll just
Yes.
sit on it.
Yeah, there's the
Fine.
officer quarter, which Bjork already took. There is 2 NCO quarters, which they're okay. They have a comfortable bed, and the rest of the beds are basically in a small barracks area on the 2nd floor.
One of the things I would, the point for the scene, one of the things I would say is, after all done settling in or whatever, so clearly we need to find out a way off of this world. But before we do so, it seems like there's a problem here, a scourge that needs to be cleansed. I think tomorrow, when we get to doing things, they're going to be leading us to the capital, I believe. Perhaps the 3 of you should go with the lead, and I can stay here and at least get the communication started.
Yeah.
But we need to go to the capital to get the beacon fixed.
I thought there was somebody around here, they had said. Did I mistake that?
I don't think it's going to
We
be
were
somebody who's
pointed-
going to have the expertise we need.
Yeah, maybe not. It was a guess.
Gotcha. I'll take care of the beacon. I'll get that handled.
And he basically told you that he's going to inform the Lord Mayor. This is the warden. He basically informed he's going to inform the Lord Mayor. He doesn't know actually how long it's going to take for the transportation to take you there.
No problem.
Oh, okay.
So it could be anywhere from a day to like a couple weeks.
Yeah, I guess if it takes long, we can look to see if there's a person here to fix the beacon. But if there's not, then we take it somewhere else.
Yeah.
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 That's our plan.
All right. And as you guys are settling into your rooms, I assume you're all resting comfortably. By the way, Bjorn, I thought I would inform you, you cannot exit your armor.
So I sleep in my armor?
Yeah.
Which
Which is actually,
up?
if you want to, that's weird, but you can totally lock your armor in a standing position.
You will
But
not do that.
just for your knowledge, Lobos, yeah, Marines are totally fine with literally wearing their armor for years.
That's great. Always
Yes.
ready to go.
It's
Excellent.
weird. Like, if you're on a ship, yeah, you can take it off and relax. But if you're on the battlefield, no. There's no other reason to take it off. All right. So, as you all settle in, as the sun slowly sets, we get this picture of a twin-engined craft slowly flying over the city with no lights on. The engine is quiet. Slowly, we see the rear ramp of the vehicle opening as these dark, heavily armored figures begin to rappel down towards the blockhouse where you all stay. Their goggled eyes red in the dark night. See,
They're about to die.
Heretics.
Yeah. All right.
So
Well,
I'll kill all of them next week. You guys just hang back. You guys just sit there, relax for a
Yeah.
minute.
I don't
Yeah,
know. Based on your rolls, I'm not sure about that.
Whoa.
Oh.
I had a mini bad streak. I'm back. It's all good. Ready? Here. What do you want me to roll? Tell me, Eric.
Oh, do it, Eric. Tell him.
You know what? Let's just
Want me to
see.
scare
Let's
them
do a
away?
combat.
Want me to intimidate them?
No, let's do
No,
just do a
that's what-
combat
he's
test
good
real
at
quick.
that.
Try to shoot your
Sure.
gun.
Sure, I'll shoot my gun.
Just to see how
Right.
good.
Oh,
right.
okay.
Your dice are working fine.
That's fine.
You might
Okay,
not.
well, you know.
Oh
okay.
my gosh.
We'll see though.
That's an other gun though. That's
Well, now
count.
he's used his good rolls for
Yep, for next week.
yeah.
Hmm.
He's like, now I need to get rid of them. All right. Well, thank you so much, Frank, for taking us through this 40K journey, and then also all of you for arguing about burgers and whether eggs belong on them or not.
They do.
That's always fun.
That's a
Oh,
preferential
you're
thing.
right.
You go right ahead and enjoy an egg on your burger, but cook your beef.
Yo, no,
Egg on a burger means that it's valid for breakfast.
exactly.
Nice.
Heck
So
yeah.
we're gonna go around and let people say where you can find them at, and of course, what their favorite moment was tonight. But before that, if you're enjoying the stream, you had fun, you enjoyed the show, be sure to follow the show here. Just click that little follow button on Twitch. And if you're watching this on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell, make sure that you get notifications when we go live. We'll be back here every Monday, 7 p.m. PDT, twitch.tv/MargaretCrown, so tune in for that. And of course, if you're really enjoying the show, you can subscribe and get cool emotes. And of course, if you're a subscriber, you'll be able to see this right away after. But if you missed this and you're kind of just tuning in towards the end here, it will be up on Margaret Crone Plays on the YouTube channel right away in the morning, pending if YouTube and Twitch cooperate. Usually it's we haven't had too many bad luck things, knock on wood. So it's worked out pretty well. And of course, if you want, you can donate and help pay the cast as well. So we'll go around first. We'll go backwards this time. So we're gonna go over to Scott, aka Delric. Where can people find you at? And what was your favorite moment tonight?
Where can you find me at? Twitch.tv/Delric. I also have Twitch.tv/Lost Initiative Show. But starting this upcoming Friday at 10 p.m. EST, same time that we start over here actually tonight, I have a brand new campaign starting called Aurorum Regicide. It's actually taking place in the same world as my pre-existing campaign, Aurorum Kingmaker. That's right, we have campaign Regicide and Kingmaker, same world, same timeline, same everything. See how that plays out. Favorite moment tonight was when I almost shot the guard that was going to rat us out by closing the gate. I almost shot the guy for being a dick behind the desk, and almost shot the people for not answering the questions to Gildo.
So Luther's very trigger happy is what we're learning.
But just don't be dumb.
We just
They
need
did
your
nothing
dumbness out of
wrong.
the bloodline. Get out of here.
Nobody did anything wrong in this situation.
Improving the empire, that's all.
And of course, our one and only Space Marine Bior, who everyone's afraid of. Where can people find you at, Lobos? And of course, what was your favorite moment tonight?
Oof. Twitch.tv/Lobos Jr. Lobos Jr. Gaming everywhere else. He liked honestly. I liked the depiction and description of the ceremony that they were having out in front of the chapel or whatever. It gave kind of some life to the world there,
Yeah, it was really cool.
Yep.
And it was something that was nice that like none of us knew other than Gildo's character, and out of all of us, it's like Gildo knows this. Just
Bior
He was the only
Bior
like,
was-
soldier.
yeah.
And Bjorn was close to gunning it down because there was gunfire everywhere. So he's
Yeah, it's the gun salute.
Yeah. We all have PTSD is what we're quickly learning. Anytime there's gunfire, we're like, what?
Kill everything.
Yeah. And of course, our final player other than me, we have Gildo, who when you're not slapping people, because
Which is my favorite part, by the way.
before they even get to answer your questions, where can people find you at, Eric? And of course, what was your favorite moment tonight?
I'm Eric Vulgaris everywhere, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, also a streamer. Nothing to plug right now. Just follow me there for everything I'm doing. Yeah, my favorite moment was slapping those kids.
Of course.
Just like you're like, whatever your harvest slap you.
Eric, as a dad, it was my favorite moment too.
Yeah.
As a teacher.
Awesome. Yeah. We play games for power fantasies, I guess, right? Wish fulfillment.
I was just like, why are you slapping them?
I knew that they weren't going to know anything, so I just had a good time.
Yeah, it was great. I loved it. It was good. And of course, last but not least, we have our game master, one, the only. You're not a Quisitor today. What are you today?
Oh, you can take it left.
He changes his name every time.
Every time.
You're just Frank today.
Well, I'm Captain of the Guard, Frank.
Captain. Okay, Captain of the Guard, Frank.
Because I knew you guys were going to run to the Captain of the Guard. Hey!
All right. Where can people find you at? And of course, what was your favorite moment tonight?
You can all find me usually on Discord at Control-Alt-Frank. Ping me if you want something, and I'll probably ignore you by accident. You can also find me on Twitter at Control-Alt-Frank, or sometimes, maybe someday, if I get a new computer, I'll stream again, because this computer crapped out on me. You can find me on Twitch at Control-Alt-Frank. Who just pinged me? I was joking.
Was it Snaz?
I don't know. It might have been. It was probably both. Man, I have a lot of favorite moments. Number one favorite moment is when you guys learned what these two specific cities are doing, and you're like, what the fuck? These people are idiots. My second favorite moment was definitely the slapping of just, they answered your question. Slap. You didn't answer, or you didn't ask another question. Slap. And also the fact that I got to reveal why the people side, the militia, weren't firing back at the other guys during the original gunfight. Because they were all kids. You killed a bunch of kids. This was a game to them.
Enemy combatants.
I technically didn't kill them. I'm taking a back step.
They're fighting age. Enemy combatants.
Yeah,
I definitely killed some.
The foundation of the United States, you were considered an adult at 6. Just saying.
Ooh, well. Okay, Alabama.
All right, from there we're gonna stop. All right, we'll see you all next Monday for some more Warhammer 40K. Hopefully we're gonna still be alive. I don't know. There's some people coming down to come kill us or something. I don't know. And we'll see you next week for all of that madness. And of course,
This is why you don't reveal critical information to random people.
If you're here on Twitch, we're gonna raid somebody later. So prepare your weapons. All right. See ya.
Bye.